Hello, hello, hello,
Hey everybody.
Shadowhawk.
Hey, how's it going, Rex?
Pretty good. I hear you've been doing yard work today.
Yep, yeah. It rained all day yesterday, so I couldn't do anything after work yesterday, really.
Still
Um,
parched. We haven't gotten rain in like a month
oh man, I
or
tell you what,
more.
the humidity is back with a vengeance, though, man. Oof.
That's why I've been not wanting rain because it's that California dry heat. It's bearable.
Yeah,
Especially in the
yeah,
shade and if you have a breeze. But if it rains, then the humidity. Whew, of course, the farmers want some rain.
yeah. We needed some too, so I guess it's a good thing for the farmers.
Oh, it's a dust bowl out there. Except out front, I've got some green grass out there because I've got that leak.
Yeah. Did those guys ever get back to you yet, Rex?
No.
Oh man,
So I guess I'm going to have to find my T-bone or monkey pliers or something and turn the water off, which
right.
lets air in. Then it, yeah, when you turn it on, it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
dang, man, this like the sauna, uh, what do they call that?
Geyser? Is that what you're thinking?
No, well, I'm trying to think of instead of bathtub, you have a jacuzzi.
Oh yeah.
It's Italian, so
Oh,
I
fancy.
couldn't think of it. So we're international around here. We speak different languages, French fries, and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. So you didn't get too hot out there, kind of
Uh,
steamy though.
Yeah, it was just the humidity is just it's like walking through soup. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw something unusual last night. Maybe the variants and things, had water on the cornfield. I don't know, but it seemed like a haze, a fog over the corn.
oh wow.
I don't know. I've never seen that before. And also, bam, bam, bam. I might have got shot at last night. I don't know.
Oh wow.
Could have been fireworks.
Yeah, it's that time of
Uh,
year.
yeah, I mean, I went on Vic's last night and Dillard and Vic played it off. It could have been fireworks. It was rapid succession. And what was interesting, I was coming down K Street and then bam, bam, bam. Very loud. And I was like, whoa, and then made the corner. And then there's a cop coming down the other street. And he
Huh.
stopped and said, did you hear fire shots or shots fired? And I said, yeah, I think I did somewhere around in this area here, And he said, thanks, and took off.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
so I don't know. And there's Past Master Dan. I need a palate cleanser. Okay, well, we're here to cleanse your palate. And great icon, by the way. You might want to keep that one for a little while. Did you see his new icon, Shadowhawk?
Oh yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Yeah,
Hail
Trump with
past
a
master.
beard and mustache. Yeah. Uh, I've got Unlucky Box 13 here. After I got it down from upstairs, I thought, hey, I can play off that,
There you go.
because I mean, I couldn't catch a break last night. I guess uh, saw a bunch of skunks, and one of them was in the road, and he didn't know which way I was going to go, and he didn't, and I thought, don't spray the truck, please.
Yeah.
The dog was in
Definitely
there
don't
too.
want to run them over.
And then as I'm finishing up, there's another skunk, right as I finish, right where I'm finishing. And I've seen a bunch of skunks down there.
Yeah.
Uh, Nobody swings a pair like Donnie. Okay.
There you go.
And I don't know what that is. Sigma? Did I say
Shiguma.
that right? Pastmaster Dan likes to talk in code every now and then, I think. I noticed you were, not only doing yard work, and the reason I knew you were doing yard work, you left in the chat over there at Jason Bascom's
Oh yeah,
little
yeah. I
raw
try to
stream.
pop in on Jason every chance I get, man. He's one of
Well,
my favorites.
he doesn't stream that often,
No, but
really.
if he's doing a draw stream or whatever, I try to at least pop in for a few minutes.
Yeah, he's a busy guy.
Yes, he is.
Busy guy working on Frog G
Yeah.
and other things, I guess. Now
And
you have a
I got another Jason Bascom original with my Absolute 2 package last week.
oh
With
cool. He's supposed to mail me one, but I haven't received it yet. I mean, from
yeah,
that Absolute 2,
it
that
was
I
a
got the three main characters of Absolute done this time.
nice.
And in all honesty, I really thought that I had done the old man, and after I'd made a thing about it, not that I made a big thing out of it, I just mentioned it to Jason, and uh, I opted for another cover or something like that, and didn't get the third one, but I was wanting all three. Of course, I've already got an old man drawing the main character of Absolute up there from the first campaign, although it's larger than those ones he did this time.
Yeah,
And, and he even threw in, a couple of those smaller, earlier pieces, one from 2014, one from 2015. He's about giving all that stuff away, he says. So I heard him mention that. Oh, yeah, I'll throw in, and I was like, well, I want in on that, so I backed Absolute 1 and backed Absolute 2 even heavier, or just about as much.
yeah, yeah. I
7
missed
different
out
times.
on the first Absolute, so I got the catch up tier, and then I piled on a bunch of extras, whatever
Yeah, I
Jason
mean, he
had.
offered with 2, he offered a lot more on this campaign.
Oh yeah, and man, he sent me a buttload of trading cards. I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah, I mean,
think there
I
was like
backed it
12 or
7 times,
13
and
of
I
them.
got 7 bundles of
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
so
exactly.
I've got a plethora of it. Maybe if we do a swap meet, I can, like, you want some Absolute stuff?
Cool,
I
cool.
don't know. I mean, I've got plenty of it. Now I did only get one metal card. You got a metal card. Had I known you were going to get that, I think I did, but
Yeah, I
it's
think I
just
got one.
money restraints. He only made very few of those, and there were some that were scratched, damaged, and
Oh
uh,
yeah,
yeah, man, that was heavy metal for sure. That would cut you. You could use that as a weapon.
there you go.
That blew me away. If you back
Throw
the
them like a
secret
throwing
tier,
star, man.
so you got the secret tier cover.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, and to do that, I think you had to sign up for the book, right?
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
signed up early for the second one, but like I
All
said,
right, enough shilling for Jason. We'll go on.
yeah, yeah,
I've got a big interview coming tonight, and I had nothing to do with setting it up. Apex
oh
Comics.
yeah, that's right. You got
Steve the Dude Rude is going to be
man,
on.
yeah,
Steve
there you
Rude.
go. I want to jump on. I'm hoping I can make it that late tonight because yeah, I got his Rocket magazine. Did you back that one, Rick?
Oh, I haven't yet, but it's still in demand. I checked it
Oh, is it still in demand? Okay, cool.
earlier today. Yeah,
Yeah, I got
I
that one.
plan to. It's just been a money thing. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I
I'm still reading through it, man. There's a lot of good articles in there, a lot of good
messed up my
interviews.
first, check in PayPal and different things, and and then I knew Vic needed to get a new scanner, so I sent most of my check to him, and pretty soon I'm going to have to pay Doc for his pages, but I
Yeah,
plan to, Vic will be on here tomorrow. I talked to him last night. He said, "Yeah, I was going to contact you if you didn't come on tonight." So uh, I was on there a little bit with him last night, and
yeah. I was on
I,
Vic stream for. I don't know if it was. I think it was during the day though. I popped in on him and
oh, okay, yeah, I
he
think
was
he did a
showing
couple
me
different
the.
streams. Yeah,
Yeah, he was showing me the
hopefully
redraw of
he'll draw
Solomon.
something for me tomorrow. I haven't asked him. He'll have to wait till Thursday for me to pay him, but
Right.
that shouldn't be a problem. I mean, or he can deduct it out of what I've already paid him, whatever. But
Have you seen the new version of Sal he did for me, man?
uh, I saw some of it as he was doing it. I know last
Yeah,
night he was working on Film Bat, finishing it up.
yeah, yeah. He was working on that, and he was kind of going back and forth on a few different drawings. And he pulled up the Salamandroid that he's doing for me, and man, I mean, I was happy with the first one, but Vic really knocked it out this time.
Well, I've been coming up with questions that I want to ask Steve Rude. Of course, I'm sure Apex has a bunch to ask him too. I liked his
Okay.
work on the Hulk Superman sort of crossover one shot he did.
Oh yeah.
I have that, and then he did like I think 3 issues of World Finest. Of course,
Okay.
Steve Rude's kind of like Alex Ross, different style entirely, but he's got a painterly quality to his stuff, wouldn't you
Yeah,
say?
for sure.
And
Yeah.
of course, I know him mostly for Nexus. That
Yeah, exactly.
started at Capitol, and then it went to, was it First Comics? Who published the bulk of
Oh,
Nexus? Do you know?
I'm trying to think. Uh, what was Mike Barron writing that with him?
Maybe Pike. Well, it seems like either that or did Mike Barron
I want to
Mark?
say that was didn't Mike write, but right?
Didn't he do the Badger? Mike
I think
Barron.
yeah, he did the Badger for sure. Um,
Well, what was the Badger published under? Because I think they were both published by the same publisher.
oh, Badger.
Was it
What?
First?
It might have been.
Taskmaster Dan says a cryptic yes.
Okay, so it was First Count. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, he just says yes, not yes. It was First Comics, or you
Yeah,
know.
I'm not sure, man. I'd have to go back in the collection. I
I mean,
know
he
I got a
also
bunch of.
says I was nothing but trouble in school. You know,
Oh, come on,
so
Master Dan. I find that hard to believe.
I do too. I mean, he might have been a goofer, but now he knew Jack Kirby. I mean, when he was younger, a non-professional as a kid, he would go out and visit Roz and Jack Kirby at his house after they had moved out on the West Coast.
Who's
And
that?
so I want to ask him about that.
Oh, Steve Root? Really?
Yeah, Steve Rude used to visit his house. Yeah,
Oh,
and
cool.
when Marv Wolfman, well, I saw this documentary on one of the DVDs that I got, something, and Marv Wolfman and Lynn Wynn, when they were similar in age, young kids, about 10 years old, when he was in New York, they would go visit him. Now, when he went out years later, out to the West Coast, people like Steve Rude and others would go out and visit him from a younger generation. So, he had people making treks like Glenn, who's got the Indiegogo, film footage of the couple times that he visited Jack. So a lot of people made pilgrimages to Jack the King Kirby's house, no matter what coast he was on. I want to
Yeah,
ask him about that. And,
it's amazing
how
that
long,
Jack was.
how long now has he been in comics? Because he's had a good long, I think I met him in the mid 80s.
Yeah, he's been around. I mean, I've known the name for as long as I've been collecting, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty near anyway.
Well, I know that Nexus and a few other stuff, like Whisper. You remember Whisper? The sort of ninja, purple ninja lady.
Oh, yeah, okay. I remember him.
She started out at Capitol and then went on to, I think, First. I'm not sure. I mean, if we could, I guess I could look it up, but it's not that important. Now, I did have something to share here. Now, this is off topic. Wait a minute. Let me do this right. This, I don't know how much of that you can see. Tell me, okay, look at the screen now, and I'm going to push a button. Tell me if this enlarges it even more, or if it just enlarges it for me. Okay. No change?
Yeah, maybe a tiny bit, but yeah.
Okay. Well, you're on your phone too. So that might
exactly.
Be
so, yeah, I don't know.
Now, this is Andy's work. You've seen Andy over there at Vic's. He said he did lettering. Of course, he's a tattoo artist as well.
Oh, yeah.
And, working, Andy, and he's got a big collection too. A lot of artist editions and other things, omnibuses and things like that. Trade paperbacks. And
he's a good tattoo artist too.
I guess I could just click on some of these and that didn't work. Kicked it back for me. I tried to click on one of the.
Yeah, I'm still seeing the
okay.
panel grid, but
oh, wait a minute. kick that back again because I think we have Mike Walter in the house.
Oh, hell there, Mike. How you doing, buddy?
And Eric and Boyd's here. We can start the
Howdy.
partying now.
There you go. Howdy, Eric.
This is some of Andy's work, as I say. I said, can you send me? Of course, he's busy. He's especially busy on the weekends. So I was grateful that he shared this so quickly. Maybe I have to downsize that, or I probably have to go to the actual pics. There we go, to move it. There we go. You see down here, the bottom one says mom. So, it's very graffiti looking, some of the lettering. But I was like, hey, maybe you can, and he enjoys lettering. So I thought maybe he can do a logo or two for me.
Oh, there you go.
Always thinking out of the box, So that's an example of Andy's work. And that's maybe not some of his better stuff. That was just kind of what he grabbed at hand. He'll send me some more things to look at.
And we could use some more good letterers in Comicsgate.
Oh, definitely. Even if it's to do logos and stuff, because the logos is just very important.
Poor Eric is getting worked to death, man.
Yeah, he is. And I've even heard, now it's been months ago, but some criticism about that his lettering didn't look as good as when he started out because he's so rushed with so much. So I don't know.
Wow. Yeah.
Who critiques letters? I guess you do if it's bad.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if they're like outstandingly bad, then I notice it. But for the most part, I don't know. I don't criticize letters.
Eric says, I've got a tattoo on my butt. It reads exit only.
What's that? I missed it.
Eric says, I have a tattoo on my butt. It says exit only.
Very wise idea.
And he also says, yes, I need a letterer.
Well, maybe that's something for me to think about.
Here's a sketchbook, my sketchbook, 340. Hey, Sketch. How's it going? And Carrie's in the house.
Oh, hey, Carrie.
So everybody's just piling in. I saw your new photo that you posted on Twitter. In fact, I showed it a couple of streams ago. I hope you don't mind, just to show your hair color. And you were asking for another hair color. Did you ever decide on what color you wanted to dye your hair? It's an old joke. Yes. Well, Eric, we just consider the source and go forward. They say all my jokes are old too, they really should put an expiration date with those things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was driving and just bam, bam, bam. Man, it sounded loud, but and this time of year it could have been fireworks. I hope it was. I hope nobody was hurt.
Yeah.
Devil Flyers likes to recycle. I do. I actually have a recycle bin that put in like cardboard, plastic. Most of my trash is actually recycled. Most of our trash really is just the container that you buy at the store. The box it came in, the jug it was in, whatever. So, I thought Shadow Hockey might, think up some things for me to ask Steve Rude. So you dwell on that a little bit. And
oh yeah, let me think about it.
I'll show a couple comics, something you'd like to ask Steve Rude,
Yeah. I might have to break out that Rocket magazine again. Like I said, he put together a nice little package there. It's got some great interviews.
Now, Rocket magazine, that's about CG News, right? With Art T. Bear, an interview with him. Is that the same Rocket magazine? Okay.
Yep, it's kind of basically an introduction to CG, up and coming personalities, established guys. It's nice. It was a fun read.
All black would look good on you, Carrie. Definitely. What color are your eyes, if you don't mind me asking? I guess I could have looked, and of course, you might have had colored contact lenses. That is a thing now, but I just asked to see what certain eyes go with certain hair.
blue or green looks great with those
Oh,
all black.
blue. Yeah, she's got blue
Oh,
eyes.
there you go,
Blue
Karen.
eyes, baby's got blue eyes. That is a song. I'm not making that up. Um,
I
yeah,
was
I mean,
thinking blue
Steve
eyes
the
trying
Dude
to rain.
Rude, man, what a score for Apex Comics to interview tonight, and that's at 12 o'clock Central. That'll be at midnight for me and him because he's in Texas, I'm in Arkansas, so we're on the same Central time.
Yep,
So if anybody
I'm
can,
central here too, believe it or not.
okay, uh, yeah, I know a lot of people came up during the war to your area that are from here, have a lot of relatives up there still,
Hmm.
the Michigan area and all
Yeah.
around in those northern states for jobs during the war, World
Oh,
War II. Yeah, which war?
yeah. We've only had a couple.
Well, here's X-23 Target X. It is a Cho cover. I do like Cho. Don't know much about him, but here's the number one. Looking vicious there with their little feet blades. That's kind of ridiculous to me, somewhat.
Yeah,
Big,
I mean it's
big.
kind of an old thing though, like the knife that pops out of the boot or whatever, you
Oh
know.
yeah.
So
Oh, yeah. I got my camera out of focus.
like old spy movies or something.
Yeah, like James Bond had that, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
and she wound up kicking herself, I think.
yeah. I think so.
She wasn't a very nice lady. She was Russian from hell. Now,
Yeah.
this is Antonio Daniel did the cover to this back in 93. X Force number 31. You might have some of these, and I noticed there's a few image ones in this batch. So
Oh, very nice.
you might enjoy
Yep, I
those.
think I've got that one.
Yeah, that's got Black Tom in it, I think. An old X-Men foe. Number 30.
Black Tom is Juggernaut's brother, I believe.
Yes. I believe you're right. This is another Antonio Daniel cover. X-Force number 30. Now I got a bunch of these after my fire, I bought out a comic shop, and this is some of that stock. Some of it is like a Tarantula the Spidey villain. Did Tarantula have
Yeah, he had the little boot knife things, the little
Oh,
spike
did
thing.
he? Oh, that's right. He did. He had like spikes, didn't he?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost forgot about him.
Black Tom and his shillelagh.
Yeah.
New short on my channel, Sketchbook says it's a very optimal, a prime of an old era. Did I butcher that?
Nice
I
play on
did.
words there, Sketch.
Yeah. Der Kommissar after the fire. Yeah. You guys. X-Force number 29 with Arcade. Remember Arcade? Shatterstar, Murder World. This is another Antonio Daniel cover. Check that hair out. Shatterstar. What I liked about him was I liked the head piece, and then also his double-bladed blade, was kind of unique.
Did you see the Deadpool movie, the second one?
I saw the first one. I haven't seen the second one.
All right, I won't spoil it for you, but the beginning of it's hilarious.
Okay. Number 28. And I stopped at, I had about that much left in the box, and I know they weren't all XO Man of War, but I couldn't stop that. I just flip it, If we do, I doubt we'll do this, all of them, but we'll see. Arcade, X-Men, John Byrne, Terry Austin. Yeah, that was the best X-Men run for sure. Trying to add some humor. I'm failing. #fail. Yeah, we would agree. John Byrne, Dark Horse Comics, Next Man number 1. It is an embossed cover, which is kind of nice. Add some depth to it, and then a full on the logo.
Oh yeah.
Of course, this isn't their first appearance, even though that's number 1 issue. I believe their first appearance. They were making appearances before they got their own book in Dark Horse Presents.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
And that must have been a variant cover too, because my number one is different. It doesn't
Okay,
have I don't have the foil enhancement and the embossment, I don't think.
here's number 3. So we skipped number 2, but here's 3 by John Byrne.
Yeah.
Did you like Next Men? Did you read it?
I collected it for a little while.
Yeah. Did you
About a
read it?
year or so, I think. Yeah, I read them.
I
I
read
like
some of the
it.
Dark Horse Presents, but none of the run there. And then, of course, they had more than one series.
Yeah, it
Here's
never, really hooked me like X-Men did.
here's
Um,
number 0, which
uh,
that's interesting, where all the colors being
yeah, kind of stripped
removed, and
out.
then they have different armament or something on different outfits.
Yeah, Byrne hadn't really.
It's John Byrne, so I just tried to collect it all because I like John Byrne stuff. This is number
Yeah,
4. I
and I
always
was
liked
still.
that alien.
Yeah, and I still enjoyed his art on this title. He hadn't gotten that new. I don't know. I call it lazy style now.
Yeah. Well, let's face it. After his run on the X-Men, I remember reading back in the day where he did an interview uh, talking about his he was going to ink more of his stuff. I think he said, and ever see his Charlton stuff? I have some of it. I've actually got a couple of Charlton Doomsday books signed by him, old
Oh,
style, like in ballpoint pen. Um, I think on the cover. So those are old signatures from the 70s. Tree
mm.
Goblin, greeting.
Oh,
Yeah.
she got it.
And he did Doomsday +1. Yep. And Raj or Rog 2000. Yeah. A lot of that and like the art of John Byrne, I have to replace, which might be a little bit a penny. I originally had it, but now it's all gone. There's a
Yeah.
bunch of good stuff I've got to replace, like portfolios and stuff. Here's number 5. But in that interview after that, he was like, I'm getting away from doing such tight penciling. I think it's a better style. Of course, he would say that, but it's quicker for him for sure. I'm
Oh,
sure.
yeah. It's got to
It's
be.
amazing that he was able to do that, and then all the other stuff, the team ups, uh, all the other stuff that he did during that time. Here's number 6. Uh, uh, he was doing Philip work. I mean, he did that. One of my favorites is where Ben Grimm, the Thing meets the Thing, and Marvel's 2-in-1 number 50.
Oh, yeah.
And he tries to use Doctor Doom's time machine and hey Tetsu and
Hey, okay.
and cure himself, but he just kind of splits off and creates an alternate where Ben Grimm at the end is cured, in that world.
Right.
But he gets to fight the original Lumpy Thing. So you get the best of both worlds, the Lumpy Thing and the Rock Thing battling each other. And that comic was featured heavily in Meatballs, the movie,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
where the kid's looking through that issue. And then he's got some others there, but that one really got some exposure. Great John Byrne stuff. I mean,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
you know, picks up a street cleaner and throws it and angles and stuff. Here's number 7 by John Byrne. Now, uh, which series? I don't know. I mean, because he had a couple different series on X Men.
Yeah.
Um, I just took at it as a playoff on X Men.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
kind of what I figured too
Next
when
Men.
it first came
I
out.
think
Yeah.
everybody did. Kind of harkening back. Grumpy Poop Thing. Yeah,
Yeah. Grumpy Poop.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't care for the original Lumpy thing all that much.
Oh, I prefer him. I mean, I
Really?
like both, and it slowly evolved. And if you see some of the pinups that Kirby did, he had like spurs and different things. He made him more monstrous in
Yeah.
some things. Some wild stuff going on. Eric says, "See, Rex, I'm not the only one talking poop." Oh, for sure. But it had to start somewhere, Eric, and I think we know where it did.
Yes.
I'm just saying. Number 8, and it might have been Vic. I'm not accusing. I I know how Vic. I know how
We got
Vic is. He slips it in there, and then
we
we
got
double
the
down on it, what he's saying, or comment on it, and he's going, "Ah, now look there, you're talking about scat again."
yeah, we're
You know,
back to scat chat
we
again.
need to spread it evenly. Yeah. Carrie says, "I just watched you two talking about me on the other stream." Oh, cool.
Oh,
I
okay.
hope you weren't offended. Uh,
Yeah, I hope we didn't
Rex,
say
you sit on a throne of
a lot.
lies. Wow. Okay. Oh, look here. Hi, guys. Hi, guys.
Soper. Hey,
And I need to make sure I'm watching my own show. That way I can tell everybody has a wrench. Oh, echoing too. Oh, Topher. Wow. I thought you had been in here, but you haven't. Exactly why I wanted to go over there. There's your wrench. Wear it in good health.
hail Tope.
And Hal Topher, for sure. Thanks for coming in. Black sensitive cover, John Byrne cover, number 9. Number 9. Number 9.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
The Beatles, backward masking. It really does say number 9, number 9.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah, there's some wild stuff put on there backwards. Shadowhawk, my hair was only blue because it faded to that color.
I
Really?
think
I'd believe that.
I might have gave her a hard time about the blue hair.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I think you said that it had
Actually,
might
my
have
wife
had
had,
some bad connotations.
yeah, my wife had
Yeah.
blue highlights for a long time. I loved it, but then all the blue haired SJWs started coming out of the woodwork, and
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of ruined it.
I see more colored hair when I walk around now. Now it's just normal.
Oh yeah,
20
it's everywhere
years
now.
ago, people would have been looking at you. Now, maybe not New York or some metropolitan area like that, but just out and about in the wild of the country, people will be going, that's different.
Yeah.
Now they don't even blink an eye on it.
Oh, it's amazing. I've got a lady that's probably, I don't know, she's got to be close to 65 that I work with. She came into work. She came into work like 2 weeks ago with her hair bright pink.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like a bright magenta, huh?
Yeah, it was crazy.
It could be a wig. Number 10.
I guess it could be.
Now, I've seen some stuff on Twitter recently that these look like children, and he did do some strange examples of children. He just couldn't quite get that. I do agree with that. When you look at, like, I think probably out of West Coast Avengers when they had Scarlet Witch and her children.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. He might
They
have
looked
done
a
it.
little freaky,
Did he do a couple of Power Pack issues too back in the day? I think he.
Yeah. I mean, I used to collect Power Pack. I don't
His,
remember him
his
doing
kids
that.
look more like midgets to me. They look like very
Yeah.
small adults.
Yeah, and actually, I have a project where if somebody can draw children well, I have a project called Think Tank.
Is that the
where
one with the killer clown?
That's not the one with the killer clown.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Yeah, we used to make fun of blue-haired ladies nowadays. Well, yeah, I mean, look at EVS. He said blue land whales, wasn't it? Something like
Yeah,
that.
blue-haired land whales.
And they even animated that, them crossing the Delaware or something, and got the big lip blue-haired land whale.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, Captain Ahab, I'm going to go out and get that thing. Oh, here's number 2. Here's number 2. Nothing like a little prison bondage. I mean, their hair's shaved, Nice fly on the wall perspective,
Yeah, I like that cover.
Yeah. He put a little bit into that one. Some of them look like cheats.
Yeah.
I didn't like it as well when he switched, but I mean, nothing can last forever, and it is what it is. I just think nothing can rival his early stuff as opposed to when he starts inking his own stuff like his Fantastic Four run, which was great. And I love the inks on it, especially on the lumpy thing. But, it just wasn't the X-Men stuff,
Right.
that he took so much time on. The Origin of Death's Head or The End. This is Death's Head 2, number 9, part of the Marvel Comics UK
Hell yeah.
line.
I kind of like that set. I collected 1 and 2, series 1 and 2 of him back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
They switched him up on the second series. He kind of evolved, got a little more powerful. And
this is from Vertigo. This is DMZ number 12. Kind of interesting what they got going on there. I don't like it, but I love that from Patrick Troughton and Doctor Who. On their 50th anniversary, he's like, "Oh, I see you changed the office around from what it was." I don't like it.
That's a great line.
Rex, I like his thing lumpy. Geez, TMI. I'm not inferring anything, not interfering about Carrie with my statement. Just to clarify, Eric says we used to make fun. Yes. And here's DMZ number 11 from 2006. Yeah.
Don't like.
Yeah. Now here's Epic Comics, which was a division of Marvel Comics.
Oh,
Dreadstar number 26. It does have a printing error on it. Slight as it is, probably should be more common, but if you look right here, the red got in the yellow here around the price.
Oh yeah, look at there.
So little common error. Dreadstar. I like this character because he was blue like the Beast and kind of reminded me of him.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. He was a main character in Dreadstar. Of course, Jim Starlin. That one's called The Execution. Are you thinking about your Steve Rude questions?
I'm trying to come up with something.
Speaking of Dark Horse Presents, which we were, Dark Horse Presents number 46 with Bacchus, Crash Ryan, and Predator. Predator Dorman cover.
Oh, very nice. Got the Dorman Barrett for the Kelsey Shannon Jungle Tales that came out a couple of years back.
I really need to get the Dreadstar comics again. I only read a few issues, but loved what I did have. Yeah, he's a pretty good writer. Drawing, I think he's had some health issues, maybe with his eyes. I'm not sure. I saw a documentary or something, an interview with him, I think it was. And he's drawing less now, Jim Starlin is. But now he's writing. Here's Savage Dragon, some Eric Larson goodness, number 96. Very Modockish.
Oh,
Creator Control.
Wow, I gave up on Savage Dragon way before that one.
Yeah. Way before. Now, this is a Jim Lee cover. You might call it lazy. You might call it Frank Millerish. Death Blow number 8. I know you have this one, Shadowhawk. The all white cover.
Yeah, it's a nice Death Blow, but
Jim Lee.
Yeah, but not much there on the rest of that.
Not much there. Yeah, I wonder how much he got paid for that cover.
Oh, I'm sure he made good money on that.
No, he probably so. Oh, now we were talking with Eric and Boyd. Was it yesterday?
Was that it?
That long?
I think so.
About AC Comics. Well, here's one that I really enjoyed reading. Dragonfly number 4, guest starring the Scarlet Scorpion. So there's you some AC Comics, Eric.
Now you're cooking.
Yeah, insects galore. La cucaracha. I like that red ant too. He's pretty cool. Giant bugs. Kirby did those with Commandy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, some monstrous bugs. And then he
I'll be
probably
right
did
back, bud.
monstrous bugs back in the Atlas days before Marvel,
So,
before they changed it. Hell, Doc. Hell, Rex.
Ali,
Hell, Shadowhawk. Hell, the mighty chat.
hell done.
Indeed.
Hey,
And
Rex, I'll be right back, buddy.
okay. And I'll be generous and I will drop the link if anybody wants to come in and shoot the breeze. They can. Just looking at some comics, talking about being shot at, and all kinds of, boring stuff like that. Here's Frontline Civil War #3. I don't like that they gave you this much gray and that much artwork. Talk about lazy. And then the barcode, which is unseemly right there. Hey, Doc.
Hey, that's a terrible place for the barcode.
It is. It's just, and then the credits on the sides. I'd want my name taken off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So got some art to show you later, Rex.
Okay. The Ruin piece.
Oh no, the 100% better replacement piece.
Okay. Yeah. For people that don't know, Doc spilled ink, I believe, on the first page.
Well, my ink bottle snotted on it, so
It's not. It's splattered.
yeah.
Now
But
I like Pollock. I might have liked that.
And I've also got the last page penciled. I was going to show it to you before I ink it.
Okay.
But we definitely got to get together and work out the middle.
Oh, we can do that.
Yeah,
I've got
yeah.
all day. I've got all day till midnight, and then I have an interview with Steve Rude.
All right.
Yeah. Were you aware of Steve Rude's stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like that he's got a painterly style, different, but a painterly style like Alex Ross has made his career on,
Yep.
I think comics need that. I liked some of what Bill Sienkiewicz was doing back in the day because it was more artsy,
Right.
It was untraditional sequential artwork, and I thought this is exactly what if comics want to be looked at as an art form, then they need to be more artsy and not do the same tropes just in different styles, like Tom Grummett over here, John Byrne over here, George Perez over here, Gene Colan over there. That's not enough.
I hear you.
It's not enough. You need to do like, and I've got one here coming up, a Max cover. Now he actually did some collage type stuff on some of those Max covers. Sam Keith did.
Yep.
And that's what I feel like. Or you remember the Sandman, or maybe Black Orchid from DC, Vertigo, or Doom Patrol. They did a few like that, but Sandman especially, and Aquaman too. Some shadow box covers.
Yeah.
That actually had 3-dimensional items in it. It was a photograph, but with artistic flair to it. I feel like that's what comics need. I'm not saying get cutesy with it, get Art Nouveau or anything. I'm just saying you need to mix it up some.
I hear you.
Yeah, I feel like if comics, and that's one thing I wanted to, and I'm going to put that on there. The state of comics today. What is Steve Rude's take on the state of comics today?
Right on. Eric Boyd Hale, good to see you. Carrie Hale, good to see you.
And also,
I'm also making a list, Doc, of questions to ask Steve Rude today.
Hey, Rex, as a clarifier on that last question too, ask him what he thinks of the mainstream as compared to the new indie scene.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
All right.
So I'm planning Shadowhawk on when I launch my campaign. I'm gonna set the goal at 1 million with a stretch goal at 2.
And this is on.
I don't think that should be a problem now.
Cry, mud, or blood. Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, we had one break 2 million recently, so
Absolutely. I'm
yeah.
ecstatic for Eric. That's just kudos, kudos, kudos.
I've
And also,
been giving it some thought.
very,
I think I'm going to set my campaign at 3,000.
Okay. All
I
right.
think I could do 3,000 at least.
very
So
happy for Gabe as well, man. I hope he's getting
Yes.
some nice royalties out of that thing.
You better believe it. You better believe it. But I can't stay, Rex. I just knew I needed to pin you down.
okay,
Uh,
you
I'll
want me to call you after I get done?
well listen out for my phone call a little bit later,
Okay,
uh, and then we'll just get behind the scenes here and we'll get some work done.
good, awesome.
But in the
You need
meantime,
my approval on some stuff before you ink it.
well, that and we need to nail down the middle. I
The
have a few
middle. Okay,
questions.
we can do that. I've got time. Sure.
All right, buddy.
Thanks for
See you
coming
later,
in, Doc.
Rex. Shadowhawk, always a pleasure, sir.
Doc, have
Ch-
a great one, bud.
you too. And chat, you guys know you rock my world. The doctor is out.
One of a kind there. This is lazy.
Oh wow, yeah,
Blue, you know.
yeah.
You might not have seen the one before. It was even worse.
Oh come on.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it's lazy. I didn't like when Marvel was doing this. And I mean, putting the barcode right in the middle.
I wonder if they were
What the hell?
saving money on that and like paying half price for those covers.
I wonder myself. You know, that was not a good period for Marvel.
Yeah.
This
Yep.
either part of the Civil War thing, number 24. I mean, look at that. Who wants to see all red? I mean, that's what you want to see right there, you know.
Yeah.
But expound on it. Give us a full cover.
Some marketing genius must have come up with that layout.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Captain America: The Chosen. This is 1 of 6. Part of the Marvel UK line. Okay, but it's kind of dark.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't say, man, I got to have that. I mean, to me, it's, you know, comics are like, you know, Roger Corman movies. They should be exploitive, you know,
Yeah.
in a way.
I mean, I
Not
remember
on
when,
subject matter per se, but like, okay, kid or reader, whoever, you have never seen anything like this before. It is going to grab you by the guts and twist, you know, in a good way. You know, you're going to see some Jack Kirby machinery straight out of his imagination, or collage, or, you know, page with, you know, who knows, Sputnik flying around, you know.
yeah.
That was the first satellite in space.
I miss that feeling of going into the comic shop and like from across the room you see a book that just, you know,
I'm glad you said that,
because pick it up.
I'm glad you said that, because I'm going to add that to the Steve Rude thing about, and I had thought of that earlier about the spinner rack, you know?
Oh, yeah. Man, I got to get me one of those.
Ooh, we might work out a deal. I have 2 vintage ones that I bought back in the 80s.
Oh, all right. Now we're talking.
Swap meet.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, one has a header and one doesn't. But you know, I could give you the vintage header one, and then that has like Superman and Archie and stuff on there, and says, "Hey kids."
Yeah, I've seen people selling those little headers for spinner racks online for pretty good money.
Yeah. So I'd want something for it.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
And how am I going to get it up there to you?
That's the question with shipping.
That's the question, right? Yeah. But you know, I was thinking I can make, for the other one, I can make my own Momentum Comics header.
Oh, there you go.
And put Momentum Comics on it.
That would be cool.
Like Uncle E does, you know, with Cyberfro.
Yep.
Now, this run here, Cyberspace 3000 from the Marvel UK, number 1 had a glow-in-the-dark cover, but unfortunately, and I've shown that before, this is number 4.
Oh, okay.
But I always remember that. And I think Galactus was on that glow-in-the-dark cover.
Oh, cool.
On that very first one. Oh, here it is.
Oh.
Speak of the devil, and he will appear.
There you go.
Cyberspace 3000, number one. Um, I'm trying to think what areas here. Oh, she's saying hunger. This is actually pretty unique because I think this is the only one I've seen that's glow in the dark. Is it hunger or thunder? I hunger. Oh, she's saying I hunger. But you can't really pick it up till, you get it in the dark.
Oh, right.
And then there's another little triangular patch here, and I think, and another on his shoulders are I don't know why, or this part here on the sides, and then a little bit up here around the logo. So it is raised a little bit, and then here in the Ditko box, there's some too. But first spaceborne issue, it says. But here's number one, glow in the dark. And there's some dialogue right there under her. Well, it kind of like where her cleavage would be, the point of the balloon is coming straight down, and then she says, I hunger. So, but Galactus cover, guest starring Galactus. That's a good way to, introduce guest starring Galactus. Really?
Yeah.
I mean, Galactus shows up. He wants to eat your world.
Yeah.
I mean,
a heck of a guest star.
It's kind of like, Ego, the flying planet. If he comes into the solar system, he's going to disrupt things. And we have Cross Comics in here, and yo. We have good stuff.
Hey, good stuff. Hey, Cross.
And I had to back up the chat just to see. I don't think I missed anything else. Anyway. Okay, moving forward, Shadowhawk, ever forward, the toy box number one. This is from Allies Comics, I guess. Where do your old toys go when you grow up? Free inside, a graphic intro to Ted Dexter's Saint. Astonishing, it says here. Santa Claus cover of all things. The toy box number one. As Shadowhawk gets some more ice for his bourbon.
Oh, actually,
because he's been out doing yard work. Black sensitive cover. It's got some good things going on, but I mean, giant robot there, werewolf maybe, vampire,
little Santa Claus.
It's kind of like Pandora's box.
Yeah.
Killer teddy bear down here, I guess, with the stuffing out.
There you go.
I always love that Rankin and Bass, the Island of Misfit Toys.
Yeah, that was always a good one.
Yeah.
I'm a squirt gun.
And the guy just wanted to be a dentist and pull teeth.
That's right.
Instead of being an elf, and everybody was hating on him. Now, this is something you don't see very often. This is Swimming with the Sharks, Collecting Thunderbolts 103 through 105, which is 3 issues all in one book. Tom Grummett artwork, so it's good artwork. Civil War, but it's collecting all those issues into one. So I don't know. I guess it's a reprint. I don't know, but kind of interesting. And what I meant by you don't see it, it's like a multi-paneled cover.
Yeah, you don't see too many multi-panel covers anymore.
But some of that good Tom Grummett artwork.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. I don't like that Iron Man design very much, but other than that.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah. He's got, frankly, too many armors,
Yeah, I think they got a little carried away with all the
some of them need to never see the light of day again. You know what I mean?
That was kind of like when they went nuts with the different spider suits. They gave him the spider armor, and of course he had the black suit, but that was
classic. Now you have the one that's the Iron Spider.
Yeah, they've gone too far towards Iron Man with. I mean, Spider-Man's powerful enough,
Yeah, and of course that made it into the movies, so those issues are going to go up, and
Oh, sure.
I've been working on my drawing a little bit, not much.
Oh, there you go.
What it is he's going to be all in black, and then with a rim light or just around the edge, like the light sources behind him. sort of a reverse silhouette.
Oh, okay.
But he's still mostly in dark, but the rim light defines things.
Yep, exactly.
Good Stuff says we're back live tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. Hojo is guest talking beer brewing and DB Cooper and more. DB Cooper that made away with all the bank robbery money, I guess.
Yeah. That guy's always been an interesting
A
story to me.
mystery. Yeah. I think they
Yeah.
solved it, though. Really.
I thought so.
Ron Wilson cover. We looked at some the other day. The Thing number 3 from September 1983. I think maybe Marvel 2-in-1 was done with their 100 issue run and canceled. And then he started doing these. So I was kind of glad that Ron Wilson was still working on The Thing, even in his own title. It got kind of wacky with that micro world stuff, but Bondage cover. Of course, Steve Ditko head up there. Not Steve Ditko. John Byrne.
Byrne, yeah.
Dang it.
Little Inhumans action.
Yeah, Little Inhumans.
Yeah,
it's
like
clobbering time. That's what he's thinking. That's a great line.
Oh, yeah.
I need to clip this and apply this to everything he says. I did it. That's an admission of guilt if I've ever heard one.
Yeah.
Or as Rozzy would say, you have failed this city. Judgment's coming. Sam Keith, he got a little weird with some of his stuff. The Max number 10. This is Image, so you probably have it, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Now, this kind of reminiscent, the elongation of the head and stuff like that. It's kind of interesting, with the drop shadow here. It really adds some dimension to the hat and things, really does. Like you could reach around that head and everything, or under that hat, just a little with a little drop shadow. Of course, he painted all that or inked it. But now this elongation, this exaggeration is what Bill Sienkiewicz was doing somewhat, looking kind of strange.
And I think both of those guys lifted that from a classic artist. I just can't think of his name right now.
Now, this is the one I'm talking about. He got a little weird with. Hey, kid, what the blue are you looking at? Number 12.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm scared to ask what that might be.
Man, I don't remember exactly.
Child pornography confirmed. Oh, I don't know. It's, number nine. Sam Keith. Look at those feet.
Oh, yeah. That's classic right there.
The Max. I mean, and I think they had a Max Hulk mix up, didn't they?
I think they may have at some point.
I think they did.
Yeah.
That's cool. I bet you are mischievous, Eric. A comic book even ties in with his DB Cooper discussion. Cool. That will be interesting.
Cool.
I had to check that out. Of course, tonight, check out Apex Comics interview, and my interview will be interviewing Steve Rude that did Nexus, and, among other things. Have you thought up any more questions, Shadowhawk?
Yeah, when we were talking about the comic book shops just a few minutes ago, it struck me that, I'd like to hear Steve's opinion on the new state of comic shops.
New state of comic shops?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many you've been in lately, Rex, but I mean, there are very few that are old school comic shops. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they deal with just new stuff. That's about it, don't they?
Yeah, and
I just wonder what they do. With I'll write that down.
Yeah, the Mild shop turned into all pops and tabletop gaming. I mean,
and like Funko Pops and stuff like that.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, it's
manga.
Yeah,
stuff.
I don't even like
Yeah.
going in there, but I got to grab supplies back
Yeah,
from work.
a lot of them go to gaming for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Now
Like,
I could get this one signed by Del Keown.
mm,
The Max and Pitt #8.
I was gonna say I do remember Max and Pitt crossed over.
And look at the skulls. Or is that skulls? What is that?
Oh, those are the little
Mushrooms?
no, those are them little critters that were going.
Mushroom critters
They were called
with teeth?
Izzes. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I remember them. And of
yeah,
course, Max had a lot of black covers.
yeah. Oh yeah, a lot of black
You know, to
sensitive.
get that in high grade like this is, this is
Yeah,
#5.
that's a nice cover there. I like that.
Well, now some people might call that lazy.
Well, yeah, maybe.
You know, like that Jim Lee cover that was all white. Here's black letting in a little light.
Yeah, yeah,
It's okay if it works. If it don't work, then
yeah. I mean, and
yeah, I think
art.
that works better than the Jim Lee for sure.
Yeah, and art is all in the eye of the beholder. So
Well, I'm getting bashed for my love of modern art, and I've got some thoughts on that, Shadowhawk. Like I like Jackson Pollock, and they're like, oh, you just drip paint. Well, to me, it's like you should leave looking at art asking questions, maybe by being a little inspired, but definitely walk away with more questions than answers. When I look at like a bowl of fruit, a landscape, even if it is an impressionist or post impressionist like Doc likes, I don't have a lot of questions.
no, not usually.
But now with modern art, I have more questions and I feel more inspired. Or just as much as inspired. I'm not saying the other can't, but why do you necessarily have to have imagery? Why can't you just have shape and form and color or lack of color,
I
black
mean,
and
I
white, and
I don't know.
weights and balances and
Yeah,
harmony, you know?
contrast. I
You're
mean,
dealing with the same artistic principles. You're just not, the subject matter's different. Well, that's just a brushstroke. Yeah, well, this landscape over here is 1,000 brushstrokes. So
yeah,
I'm just saying, why do you have to have imagery? Because your mind always tries to fill in the blanks and see imagery in something where there's not necessarily imagery.
yeah. So I mean, really, you don't need
Yeah.
imagery per
Why is
se.
it a bad thing to say art for art's sake? Now, I know what the modern market has done to art. You know, it's a money thing, you know, uh,
I
cause that's gay. Next question.
hey Dillard.
So serious now, Eric. Yeah, I'll get off this subject or I might get serious. Get busy with it. Okay, let's go back to showing some comics that Dillard doesn't read anyway. The Max #4 by Sam Keith. I kind of like his hands there, like they're negative space. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
there's
Animals
not a
love
lot of
that stuff.
detail. There's a lot of detail leading up, and then there's just blank. But it's kind of like Joe Kubert's feet. He didn't draw detailed feet. He
Yeah,
said,
yeah,
there's no need. Everybody knows what a foot looks like, and your mind fills in the blanks. He put the detail in other areas of the drawing.
yeah.
So if he's doing the same thing Sam's doing here, then why can't an abstract artist? That's what I'm saying. Why do you need just imagery, or maybe enough imagery to play off of to show a form, a shape, or something that you're wanting to explore? To me, art should always raise more questions than answers. And you're a more traditional artist or starving artist. I don't ask any questions. I go, okay, that's an apple. This is a tree. That's a brook. No matter how nice it is, it's not really stretching my imagination. I'm just like one of those that like my imagination stretched.
Right.
#3. Of course, I know
Another,
you're all familiar with this.
oh yeah, another great cover.
Yeah. Was this one of your favorite Image books?
I enjoyed the Max a lot.
And if so, why? Because it had a little like Dillard humor in it.
The humor was good. The overall storyline was I mean, frankly, a little hard to follow, but once you started getting like the underlying tones of it, it was very interesting. And just
Eric
Keith's
and
artwork.
Boyd
Yeah,
channeling his Tweety. I think I just like looking at them pretty pictures.
exactly. I'm an art guy first, so it's the
Well,
image.
I mean, I understand that, especially in comics, but I think, like my void like characters, that it's just like the outline of a character, which Interman kind of came from that concept, and
Mm,
I'm exploring more. And then, digitally inserting other patterns or things within the human form in different, uh, you know, crouching poses or, whatever. Just using that as a window for a larger canvas.
yeah,
Uh, to me, that's things that interest me. That what can I do with this? How can I make this look different than anything I've seen before? Something that would have inspired me if I'd seen it on the stands and said, "Ooh, I've got to have that." Because
right,
really, isn't that what we're all going for? Ooh, I want, buy my book, buy my book, buy my book. You don't have to say that. If you got the goods, people will buy it.
exactly. And that's what I
If
was
it
talking
looks
about
good, everybody will go, I've got to have that.
when you got a cover that just calls to you. You gotta have it. It's you don't see a lot of that anymore. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I was just
I
reading the
thought you
chat
froze up
there.
there for a second, right?
Huh?
That looked like you froze up for a second.
No, I'm stunned by your not your profanity, your profound your you being so profound.
Oh, well,
I better stop while I'm ahead.
thanks.
The Max number 2. This was one of my favorite covers of all the ones he did, because it does have imagery in it, and it's got that Jungle Girl beat to it,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and got the animals. And that's something else I'm going to add that I kind of got from that thing. Yeah, profundity. Yeah.
So
See, I can
fun.
say it.
Ooh,
I can
very
say
nice.
it. I might not have a hat as nice as yours, good stuff, but I've got somewhat of a vocabulary. Is that a golfing hat, by the way? Don't let Pops take it because he's a golfer. Number 1, black cover, black sensitive cover.
Oh yeah.
Of course, Jason Baskelman, number 2. Did you get the
Oh yeah.
Max?
Yep.
You
I
did?
got the Max. Yeah.
Yeah.
Had
He
to.
had a
Had
little
to.
dash of red on it.
Oh, yeah.
The first color stuff from Unhinged Entertainment, besides the
Yeah.
trading cards.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I
The
do
Max
have a few
number
of his
17.
original
Now, this
pieces,
is
but
the one where he put the gauze and did like probably plaster of Paris work, but it couldn't be all paint. I don't know. But there's some gauze, very fine gauze put over the foot. This is what I'm talking about being more artistic. Here this looks inked in on this side, and here it's not as defined and more like sketch like. So I think comics need more stuff like this, not necessarily this genre or, I mean, texture. Look at that texture.
oh yeah.
How many covers do you really get texture on?
Yeah, see that, and that's what
Oh,
I'm
well,
saying.
this doesn't lend itself. It does if, yeah, you have to photograph something like that because it has dimension and has shadow, but it can absolutely be put in a comic.
Sure.
You can have a comic with nothing but texture. Looks good. Yes, I think so. Is Simple Jack in here? Hey, Simple Jack.
Hey, El Simple Jack.
As Rex gets
Hey,
older,
Gap.
everything he looks at leaves him with more questions than answer. Dementia is no laughing matter. I would agree. And you have a putty cat, Eric.
Putty tat.
A putty tat. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
Good stuff was answering you about the hat. That's
Yeah.
the brand.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Well, what did he say about it?
He said it was a Kango.
Oh, a Kango. Oh, okay. A Kango. I've never heard of a Kango. Sounds very Australian to me. Very
They might be. Yeah,
suspicious.
they're like little driving cats.
Skipping my message, Rex. Yes. Oh no, I'm reading them. You're using symbiology, you know. Uh, when you say something profound, I'll highlight it. Question: why dies Dillard draws knows what Sketo is? And I probably hashed that up, but anyway. Constantine Hellblazer, black sensitive cover, later issue number 227
Wow.
from 2007.
I didn't know that thing ran that long.
Yeah. Now with that lighting, it reminds me of Caravaggio and other painters like that use,
Oh, very nice.
the biblical
Yeah.
scenes with light and very dramatic, very theatrical.
Yeah, Artie Bear's a big fan of Caravaggio.
Rex sucks popsicles. Is that profound enough?
Wow, Gab.
Man, if I had my little Kool-Aid man, I'd show you him and I'd go, oh yeah. That's a great line. Did you put the garbage out, dear? Oh yeah. Okay. Here's Constantine.
Yeah, we repair a lot of walls
Hellblazer.
with him around.
And I think they might have been going for some of that, cathedral theme in this, because you see them down praying, and this guy's like a Friar Tuck or something. This is issue 228 from March 2007.
Oh yeah.
Constantine sitting up with in the clouds. Like he's got some devilish looking angels or cherubs there with him. Oh, and then from one Hellraiser to another, here's Hellstorm, Son of Satan, 5 of 5 from the Max Comics, which was, a little heavy hitter.
Oh, okay.
Now, I believe this cover here, probably without seeing a signature, and I don't see one, Saddam that did the Marvel Zombies paintings.
No.
He probably did this. This kind of looks like his stuff.
Okay.
I could be wrong about that, but it's probably Saddam, if I'm saying that right.
Nice painterly style.
Is it? Yeah, what flavor gap? Oh, let's see. Is a grape? Yeah. I suck grape. I suck grape. Is that true, Rex, that you suck and suckle on popsicles, like voluntarily?
Where is this chat headed?
I don't know. Where are they headed? Now I was right, because this one has a signature and this same style. This is number 4 of 5. That is a Saddam cover that did Marvel Zombies. That's what I know him mostly for.
Well, that one I like a little better.
Yeah, it pops, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah, but still, it's, this is bad branding. I don't like look. Can you read what title that is?
Yeah, not
it's
at all.
Too dark. It's too dark.
Yeah, the logo should stand out. I mean, you
black sensitive cover. Do like this one. I mean, he's knitting on somebody's face.
Okay.
So a little EC,
EC
Comics from the 50s, holding the beheaded woman's head.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had Vic draw, a werewolf holding a head like that. That's exactly where we took it from, was that EC nice. Cover. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that piece.
No, I haven't seen that one. I'm gonna have to have Vic pop it up next time.
I said, do me a werewolf. That was an early one I had him do me. Now here's some Rob Liefeld goodness. In fact, I think this was his first professional stuff. I think he caught some grief about being so late with the work on it. This is
Oh,
back
okay.
in 1988. Number one, Hawk and Dove.
Oh, yeah, yeah. He
I
did
think
catch a
that's
little
his
bit.
first work, isn't it?
Yep,
In
sure is.
comics, Rob
Yeah,
Liefeld.
yeah. I do remember he got a lot of crap for being late back in the day on that one.
Yeah. Here
But Rob, I
is
mean, he was a force when he first started, man. He
yeah. I bought some of these. I thought back in the day.
hmm I don't
That's
have the
number
whole run, I
3.
don't think, but I've got a good portion of them.
Mhm.
And you know what, I was picking those up back when I had no clue Rob Liefeld was. So,
Number 100, Planet Hulk, the Incredible Hulk. Number 100. I got a bunch of these when around this
when
time
you,
when they were
yeah,
doing
when
the.
you,
I always looked at this as the story of Spartacus out of the movies.
yeah, I'm not familiar with the Planet Hulk stuff. So,
Number 4, Rob Liefeld. Some of
oh
his
yeah,
first work.
I got that
The
one.
reason I bought it is they changed Dove into a woman,
Oh yeah,
and I thought that was interesting. You know,
an early gender swap.
yeah, really, yeah. I mean, now that stuff's become an issue, and we're looking through all these old comics that I have, it's like, wow, that really happened way back
Yeah,
when.
yeah,
You know,
30, 30, 40
yeah,
years ago,
it's
maybe.
nothing new. Here's number 5.
But yet you got, all these newbies who go, I don't have any representation.
Yeah.
I
Now,
personally, I never felt like I was supposed to be represented by
last
superheroes.
issue.
I wish I could have been, but
Now here is Vic King going up against, or his icon anyway. If you use it, you live it. I mean, you own it, right?
yeah,
Rex, are you sensitive today? Hmm. Nah.
just don't bring up politics.
Don't bring up Pollock, right? Yeah, Vic King going up against She-Hulk. His icon, Kang, anyway, right?
No, there you go.
I never understood that. Why his icon features Thanos with that scroll-like chin,
Mhm.
but he calls himself Kang.
Yeah.
Potluck? Who's that? Greg Land cover, would you think? Maybe. Greg
Oh,
Land did some covers.
yeah, maybe.
I think that's Greg Land, if I had my guess. Yeah. Of course, Jim Starlin did the best Thanos, and didn't he come up with him?
I think he
He,
did create them, yeah.
now here is where Ringo. Of course, he sadly passed away now. This is when Mark Waid was writing it. Fantastic Four number 521, uh, where Ringo cover. What was his name? Mark. Mark.
Mark, yeah.
Yeah. Little Human Torch action going on there.
Now, that looks like a female human torch.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think so. Frankie Ray.
Okay.
I always liked Frankie Ray. She went on to be Nova, right? The Herald
Oh,
for
oh, oh,
Galactus.
oh. Okay, now, yeah, yeah, yeah. I did like her as Nova.
Hell, Lorenzo.
Hey, Lorenzo, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, Gap says, I know when I'm not wanted. See you later. Wow. And Dave's in here.
Hey, Dave.
Uh,
Gap, don't go away mad, man. Just
don't
go
go
away.
away, man. You're right. I think this is issue 1 or issue 7. That's bad branding. I think it's issue 7. Fear Agent. Keith Houston is the last Fear Agent. I don't like it. Rick Remender did the writing. Image Comic.
Yeah,
Good
I got it.
good
Got it.
concept bondage cover, by the way. If that means anything anymore. It did back in the 50s.
Yeah, I don't think it means what it used to.
Well, they still make, Overstreet does. Female
Yeah.
Human Torch sounds like one hot chick. Okay, these are you're gonna have Wildcats #6.
Oh yeah.
So is that Jim Lee?
Yeah, I believe that one still is. Little Ripclaw and Warblade there.
It says Jim Lee on it. So yeah, it's
Okay.
Jim Lee. Ripclaw. I just testing you there. I think he did all those early ones, right?
Yeah, I think he did probably at least the first 12 issues or so, and then after that he might have started bringing in some help.
Well, he had some help on this cover. Jim Lee with Rob Liefeld inks #3.
Oh, very nice.
A lot going
Yeah.
on.
Oh yeah. And there was a
It's
lot of that kind of crossover inking and stuff going on in the early Image days. They were all trying to kind of help each other out.
Lorenzo says, I don't know what's going on, but I like Gap. We love Gap around here.
Oh yeah, we're just giving Gap a hard time.
Carrie says, don't go Gap. Wildcats. Did you watch the cartoon when it came out, right?
Yeah, I was disappointed with the animation style though.
Now, who was Williams? Is that Al Williams?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, he did the inking, I think, on that first one I showed and on this one, #10. Of course, DC owns this character. Do you know this character's name? The female?
Oh, that's Zealot.
Zealot, exactly right. Okay, so Zealot and
DC owns her now. Well, that's when
DC
Jim
owned
Lee.
two
Yeah, when Jim Lee
part
went
of
back to
Top
DC.
Cow, and then Jim Lee sold it to DC, right?
Right. Yeah.
No, I'm
Yeah.
not being mean to Gap. I wouldn't do that. No, he's a fellow American. I did think he was in the UK for a while, but
Yeah, I thought he was a limey at first, but
well, I don't. Well, he was in a lot of, their broadcast. I thought
yeah,
so. I think
that's
that's
where
how he made it over here. Found my channel. See a bunch of gas messages retracted. No, I didn't retract them. I didn't. Okay?
No,
I didn't see any retracted in the chat. I'd have to go
I
up and
haven't
look.
modded anybody. Although I did get a porn bot earlier. I haven't seen them lately.
Jim Lee, Al Williams on inks, I guess, #1.
There you go.
How many copies of that do you have?
Oh, at least 5 or 6.
Yeah. Well, they might be worth something someday.
Someday, maybe.
Yeah. Now,
the thing is with all
female.
those Image comics and stuff.
Oh,
from
what
back
I was
then,
going to say about Zealot. Zealot was in that DC Trinity of Sin storyline, and I've got a bunch of the floppies of that because I think at one of the comic store back then, somebody brought in like a whole run of it, and I bought the whole run and I read it. And I also got it like on trade paperback. So I don't know what I read, where, but I read that storyline and it dealt with Zealot and the sins of Zealot and Phantom Stranger, and I think Dead Man.
So what were Zealot's sins?
Oh, I don't know, but they all 3 wound up crucified at the end of it. I mean, now I think they survived it, but they were up on crosses at the end. It was interesting.
Took it to a dark place.
Yeah. #4. And then that was the storyline that I was telling you that they made Phantom Stranger, which I didn't know till maybe the past year, that he went back in DC Comics lore back into the 50s. Phantom Stranger is an older DC character that I never knew had his own series back in the 50s. But now in this Trinity of Sin, they made him, they've given him like a medallion. Now he's had redesigned slightly. He's had for a time medallions, around his neck,
Uh-huh.
and they made him Judas, and those are supposed to be the 30 silver
Oh,
pieces.
yeah. I remember you were talking about this not that long
I
ago.
thought that was interesting that they made him Judas, and that
I
he was, um, you know, sentenced to be an immortal
yeah,
till the end of the world, and do good as penance for betraying Christ,
yeah.
basically.
It's
But
kind of a cool twist on the Judas story.
well, and it's a cool twist on an old character,
Yeah,
giving him new,
exactly.
because what if somebody lived 2,000 plus years, what things that guy must have seen? Not everything, because he's not omnipresent, but was he? Was he there when the Hindenburg went down?
Exactly. Yeah.
Was he there during World War II? Was he there during World War One? Was he, at some, uh, you know,
Are
volcano or
you
something major in history?
you familiar with Henry Rollins at all, Rex?
Who?
Henry Rollins. You know who
Henry
he is?
Rollins.
He used to be a lead singer for a band called Black Flag, but he's also a
Oh,
kind of a modern philosopher. He's dabbled in comic books and all kinds of stuff. But
okay.
he did a movie not too long ago that was kind of similar to that, where he had been alive for thousands of years. I think the name of the movie was called "He Never Died" or something. But it turns out the twist at the end is he's actually Cain. So the reason he's never died was because he was cursed by God for killing Abel.
I agree with Eric. Don't go. Stick around and give Rex some shit. Lorenzo says that 6 of his was deleted. Well, I never delete anybody's messages
No, I
except for
don't.
bots,
Yeah,
and I get rid of those. Judas probably saw quite a few improvements in porn technology over the period of time. Yeah, why accept any substitutes? He was probably an early backer of Larry Flint's. Just saying.
well,
Uh,
you go far enough back, there was no film, so you had to find live shows, I guess.
Oh yeah, but the archaeologists are finding pornographic textiles all the time.
Yeah.
Mosaics or murals. Number 5. Maybe that's why they were destroyed anyway. Kind of like Sodom and Gomorrah. But
Right.
that's Jim Lee, Al Williams,
Yeah.
Wildcats number 5. I know you're familiar with all these.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
you
Those
bought
are
all
old
these
friends.
back in the day. How about special number 1? Now that was $350. That's kind of a heftier, bigger book. I can feel the weight of it.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yep. It says, "Oh yeah, I've got that one." Wouldn't it be something if I produced a book, an image book in the first 3 years? Because you said you got everything image they came out with that you don't have.
I mean, it could
That
be possible,
somehow
but
got
I think
missed.
I got just about everything.
Now we were talking about this character, and it is First Comics. What a memory! Steve Grant did the writing. Whisper number 30.
Ah, there you go. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I was saying purple. She's really black with purple
With
sash.
a little purple highlight.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Now I try and get these because this is to me kind of the quasi female form done as a ninja.
and it feels a little
Just as
Spider-Man
reference.
on that cover.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I mean, crouching. Let's
Yeah.
face it. For Spider-Man,
Yeah.
Spider-Man has it kind of wrapped up on the crouching thing.
Oh yeah.
Remember, join John Malin and celebrate a hashtag White Boy Summer. Okay. Now, a little Alan Davis here and Paul Neary doing Wolverine Bloodlust one shot.
Okay.
You have that one?
I
Black borders.
I think I do, but I'm
Square
not
bound.
sure.
Yeah. British artist, you know, Alan Davis. If you want to see some great, check out, a few days ago, I guess it was Tuesday. I was with my co-host on Pops's channel. Well, I mean, it's over on this channel, but I co-host with him, uh,
Oh, Texas State.
Texas Dave Houston.
Yes, sir.
Sentinel #7, black sensitive cover. I like this because it's like metallic blue and black.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, that's a cool cover. And I like that. It's kind of like an Iron Giant with a kid, you know?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. And that's kind of what I have in mind for Think Tank. Think Tank is like 5 kids, and they have like kinetic, telepathy, and
Telekinesis and
but
that kind of thing.
also, yeah, they can move things. They can create things with their mind, and they make this tank, this energy tank.
Oh,
It's
okay.
all mental energy, and they're in the tank, and they're called Think Tank as a
Very
group.
cool.
But it's 5 kids.
Yeah, almost.
Strangers #3. Do you have this one from Image Comics? Strangers #3, or is that later?
I think that might be later.
Probably later. Okay.
You can pop her open and see.
Pop her open. Choose your words.
Oh, phrasing.
Now, we were talking about Iron Man's armor recently.
Yeah.
On the stream, as a matter of fact. And I said that he had too many armors. And he really does. Some of them were not great designs. Some of them were awesome. Some of them I'd have liked to have.
They kind of did the same thing with Batman there for a little while, especially on the toy line. He had so many different suits.
Who?
Batman?
Batman? Oh, yeah. Now, this is Brassfield. I don't know that artist. And Turner as inker. Strangers, a story about the mysterious boob eruption on her chest. Could be. Marvel Superheroes 80-page spring special. All Iron Man issue number from spring of 1993. Let me get that right. 60, 70, 80, 90. So Iron Man was celebrating from 1963. That's 30 years, I think, right? 60, it was 73, 83, 93. Yeah, 30 years here. Had a little Tony Stark down here, but here's some different armors that he's had.
Yeah.
Classic gold, the gray. Don't like this one here. Looks a little bulky. Didn't like the red and silver one here.
Yeah, I didn't care for the red and silver either.
The stealth armor back here was nice.
Yeah, the one where he could blend into.
And the aquatic one was pretty cool. I guess that's down here.
Yeah,
over
and
on
War
this
Machine,
side, right there with the bubbles.
Technically, War Machine, they turned into a whole separate character. So.
Yeah.
But I did like.
I mean, they were always modifying him.
Yeah,
in the early years, he had like boats and had remember the points?
Oh the little pointy mask thing.
Yeah, for a little while.
Yeah, I didn't care for that too much either. The little points.
John Byrne cover, Action Comics with Superman and I don't know. I don't think this is Lois Lane. Little boob action going on here. Number 828. John Byrne cover.
Ooh.
Little boob action. Yeah. Little cleavage.
Like
yeah. Little X-rayed,
Going through the, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well, he's only affected by magic and by kryptonite.
Yep. So
just saying.
I'm
so
guessing
she must be magical.
Yeah. I was gonna say she
in or out of the bed. Okay, and around the mouth. Dynamite Entertainment unleashes Savage Tales #1. Beheaded cover. I guess this might be looks like Red Sonja to me. decapitated cover.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it does
Now
look
there
like
used
Red.
to be in the early 70s a Savage Tales magazine, and if you have a number one of that, it's worth some money.
I think I got did they do a second run in like the late 80s, early 90s for Savage Tales magazines? Because I do have a few of those, but they're not from the 70s, I don't think.
Oh, it could have been Superwoman from Earth 3. You're right.
Oh,
It could have been
yeah.
Alcoholic Avengers. I'd like to see that. Of course, they had Iron Man Demon in a bottle
Yeah,
storyline.
Iron Man had an alcohol problem for a
He had
little
an
while.
alcohol problem, probably still does. Avengers on a bar troll. Yeah. What is this? Burp Power.
Oh,
It was Red Sonja. Yeah, that's cool. Hey, Mighty Geek. Um, Art Adams cover, Justice League. I think I have the complete run of these. Maybe not in this box, but Art Adams with Plastic Man. Come on.
no,
One of six. Scary Monsters. JLA. Scary Monsters. Art Adams cover.
yeah, gotta
Look
love
at
Art Adams.
Batman there. That's a pretty nice Batman with the lighting and stuff.
Yeah,
Look at Plastic Man.
he looks like he's getting ready to grab some boots.
Oh, yeah. I always thought, Elongated Man, Mr. Fantastic, Plastic Man, they got to make the women happy.
Oh, come on,
They could say, I need a couple more inches, and he could give it to them.
Yeah, exactly.
Just saying. Not to get,
Imagine how long that tongue can get.
Oh, yeah. Drunk monkey fights. Okay.
Hey, Blue Sasquatch, how you doing, buddy?
He's already given us the 22 Monsters. Nice cover. I used to think Superman had to fart in space to keep him from killing all of us. Probably. I mean, what if it's an unscheduled eruption?
Yeah.
Art Adams is the man. It'd be nice if I could interview him.
Oh.
But unfortunately, I will only be interviewing with Apex Comics tonight at midnight Central. Steve Rude. So check with that out. And if you can't watch it live, watch it on replay. It should be interesting. Have you thought up any more questions, Shadowhawk?
Not yet.
Okay.
But I've given you a couple good ones.
Oh yeah, and I've written them down. Yeah.
All
right. Yeah, that'll be a treat. Savage Girl, no, not Savage Girl. Still got Savage Dragon and maybe Red Sonja on the mind. I don't know. Strange Girl, number 17. I like this cover. She's an intriguing character that Image kind of did. I don't know.
Strange.
Yeah, I mean, I like the setting. It's like a dig, and like she's going up against a statue, and it looks like it's got a little guy there on his back.
Yeah, a little dude riding him. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
A little master blaster going.
You're gonna get me struck riding. Ooh. Well, Reed Richards wasn't good enough for Sue. She did hook up with Namor. Yeah, I mean, he had his own kingdom.
I mean, that just tells me that Sue Storm, had some personal problems.
You're a strange girl. Hey, Jay Dollar.
What's up, Jay?
Byrne did a glam shot of Soups on a mountain standing in front of what I can only call a streaming pile of poop. Now, I'd like to see that one. Get me an issue number. I'd like to have that. Now, we talked Mike Plug the other day. It was his birthday the other day. And great, horror, type early or Ghost Rider, Werewolf by Night, Monster of Frankenstein. Well, he also did the Stardust Kid, number 1 for Image. J.M. DeMathis wrote it. But Mike Plug artwork, Mike Plug cover.
Yeah, DeMathis. Very nice.
We got a few of those. Very interesting. Mike Plug. Like Mike Plug. You know what Mike Plug reminds me of? He reminds me of the old like maybe 77. I think it was 1977. Token, The Hobbit
Oh, okay. Yeah,
and all that
the animated ones.
that they did, the
Yeah,
animated
yeah,
ones. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It kind of his style kind of, it's like
yeah.
that.
That was Ralph Bakshi back in the day.
Ralph
I love.
Bakshi, yeah, I've gotten back. I went back and got like Coonskin and some of those controversial ones. I
Did you
think that
see
had
any of
Scat
the?
Crothers in it.
Yeah, Scatman. Yeah.
Yeah, he was in that movie.
Um,
Uh,
yeah, Bakshi brought back Mighty Mouse in the '80s, and it very
mhm.
short-lived. Man, people freaked out. It was a very interesting show.
Yeah, on YouTube, I actually watched something, on YouTube about him and learned quite a bit. Eric says, if anyone has not checked it out, please consider my YouTube channel. Would love to have a couple more subscribers. Thanks. And yeah, talking about subscribers, Shadowhawk,
Yes, sir.
I'm 6 away from 200.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, so we're maybe on the climb. I don't know. You know,
I haven't checked
I
my.
handed out a wrench today, so I'm still getting new people in. So I always appreciate anybody that comes in here for sure.
I was sitting
And
at 69 for a minute, but
yeah, not you were
yeah.
yours
Uh,
was okay.
I think I got a
Not
couple. I think I got a couple
well,
more
maybe
the
a
other day.
few will. I'll go unsubscribe, and you can go down to 69 again.
No, that's all right.
Oh, okay. Not
I'm
much.
on the
Just
push for 100 now.
oh, cool. Yeah. He was kind enough to have me on his show last night. I hope you're doing well. Man, I mean, so much has happened since then. It's amazing. I do an interview and then it's like, Blue Sasquatch says, I have 60 subscribers. So you're kind of in a death match with Blue Sasquatch.
All right, me and Blue
And I think I'm one of
Great.
those subscribers, Blue Sasquatch, for sure. Official Handbook of the Marvel Universe, Spider-Man 2005.
And I'll check and see if I think I need to subscribe to you, Blue. So
There you go. Drop those links. Help each other out. Can't watch everything, but I do like to get notified. Now, this was a pretty neat idea. Back in 1993, Marvel did annuals, and they issued trading cards with the book. Now, here's the book with the trading card. This is of Tom Morgan, and not only did they issue trading cards, but the trading cards were of the new character that they were introducing in every annual. So in 93, in all their annuals, they had new characters, and you could get not only their first appearance in a comic, but get their first appearance on a trading card. Pretty neat idea. This one is Iron Man annual 64 pager. They were all 64 pages. The Fury of the Face Thief. He was called Face Thief. In this issue also was War Machine. So here's the card and the book. Well, there's the trading card came with it for the 93 annuals, and that's Face Thief. What a name. Black and white character. Big 64-page annuals. Like that thickness on those. Oh, key issue. Oh, okay. I own more than one of these. I invested in this. King size annual Avengers number 10. First appearance of Rogue. Still with me, Shadowhawk?
oh yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. Key issue here. First appearance of Rogue with Mystique and
Van Annual number 10. One of my
number 10. I remember buying that off the stands.
Yeah.
Of course, this is not that
that's
one,
actually,
that issue. Those John Byrne heads up there, I used to own that artwork.
Oh man, Rick.
It's gone now.
Up in smoke.
Now, this came out in 81. So this would be the one you want, the diamond and the direct.
And yeah.
Because that will be lower print run
Yes, sir.
on that. Now,
I'm not
Collecting is
sure.
not caught up with that, but
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at mine. I'm not sure if it's newsstand or direct.
now this is one of the ones I missed. I rarely missed Avengers, but I did miss this annual somehow when it came out. George Perez and Terry Austin cover. This one has breakage of color, several points here. It's not in that great a shape. Need to get a better one. But guest starring Doctor Strange, one of my favorite female characters, Thundra, and Miss
Oh,
Marvel. Love this outline of a character. Basically, looks like I think she was like Doctor Spectrum. You know, that was kind of like the Green Lantern of
okay.
the, with Hyperion and all that group.
Right, right.
King Avengers Kingside Annual number 8 from 1978. I did miss it when it came out on the stands.
Yeah, cool.
And then, of course, back then you couldn't go online to eBay and get you one.
Yeah, exactly.
If you missed it out on the stands, you just missed it.
Oh, yeah. You had
Kind
to
of
hope
like,
that maybe
if
somebody
you
had it.
missed, Texas Dave and I was talking about that, he got to see the early Who that was wiped clean. He got to see from the very beginning Doctor Who when he was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of those, we don't know what they look like,
No, they're gone.
really. But he got to watch them live. And little did he know as a kid, this is the only time it's going to be shown.
Were they just not videotaping back then? Or
they were putting them on reels, very expensive, and then they wipe them clean and reuse them.
And then reuse them. That's right. Okay.
And in the 70s, they were doing a dump. The very first Doctor Who, where he encounters the Daleks, was on the docket to be wiped the next day.
Oh, God, no.
And there was a fan track it down and save them from doing it.
Wow.
He was trying to find lost episodes and stuff. It's very intriguing. I
remember watching those first Doctor Who's with my dad. They may have been reruns at the time.
Probably rerun, yeah. But and you may have seen some, and I might have seen some that were later wiped.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Because there was a whole bunch. There's been some discovered all around the world. One of these days, I have not shown a lot of Doctor Doom. Okay, clip that. Doctor Who stuff, because I want to do a deep dive with some people that know, maybe some of our UK friends that really grew up with it. And because I'm new to it, I started collecting when I was 50. I'm 56 now. Be 57 in November on Steve DeCoe's birthday, because we share the same birthday. And my dog, now I did buy this one, but now again, this is the one you want. 1979 early direct. The barcodes, marked out. It's got the diamond up there. Lower print run on these. Of course, this is may have to look this up. I wanted to say Frank Miller, but at the same time, I want to say maybe Berfogel cover. But anyway, this was a great story. I think the first appearance of Arsenal, which is this big character here. And of course, the Beast is defeated on the cover. 34 pager, king size annual.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Arsenal. Yeah. Hawkeye just dangling there.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, he's an imposing character. I really like his design.
Yeah.
Insect-like. I'm going to say Berfogel, the Batman artist.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you might be right on that.
Yeah. I mean, because he did the heads too. And you can kind of tell from faces.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like his vision there.
Yeah. I mean, the vision.
He looks good.
I guess he did that too. It looks similar. I did get that one. And the annuals were like the big treasuries. That was like a bonus. I go in for my regular issue of Avengers, and lo and behold, they have an annual or they have a treasury. So a bonus. And then I go, Mom, they got a Can I get that too? Gotta have it. I'll work
Do they,
for it.
do they even do that anymore in modern comics? Do they still do annuals and stuff?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
X Factor number 8 annual 64 pager. X-Men was celebrating their 30th year that year in 93.
Oh yeah. I got that baby.
You got that one? Yeah. Strong man up there, right?
Yep.
With the little one curl, right? Like
Yeah, his little
a
crazy
strand of
hair.
hair. Kind of like Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
Just had like one strand of hair, I think.
He was definitely different.
Charlie Brown must have had mange. Incredible Hulk, The Subterranean Wars. This is from 91, 64 pager. And I put this sticker on there myself. Actually, for a little while, I was, and this is a hilarious cover because this Moloid is up against this woman's breast. Has the Moloids from Mo Man.
Mm-hmm.
Inside the Mo Man, Betty Tyrannus, who this is Tyrannus here on the cover, and Brutus, Rick Jones, the Parthenon, the retelling of the Hulk origin, 5 great stories in one giant-sized issue. But yeah, the Moloid's getting a face full there.
Yeah, he is.
And she's blonde, so that's not Betty, is it?
No,
That's
Betty
not
was,
Thunderbolt Ross's daughter, right?
no, Betty wasn't blonde, was she?
No.
I didn't
She
think
got a little crucifix around her neck there.
so.
But evidently it doesn't
Seem to be
scare off the
helping, but-
Moloids.
Apparently, the mole men aren't religious.
Yeah. But now I put these on there. I was actually trying to sell some extra copies that I got from that, like a flea market type thing at one time. I
Mhm.
did sell a few issues of stuff. I put like Captain Planet, some other stuff out there.
Well, you
Now
know
this
how-
is Kevin McGuire. He's always got attitude, and you can see it in Namor's face here. I don't have high hopes for the movie. I was asking $1.50 for this one. This is a 64 pager Incredible Hulk annual, The Return of the Defenders. Nice gargoyle like character going up against there.
Oh yeah.
Hulk with pants and shoes on. I'm just not digging it.
That's
Fuzzy
not-
socks at that, But I
Right.
mean, Kevin McGuire, look at that raised eyebrow. He could do those expressions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not Dragon Man. No, that's somebody else.
No, it's
I'm not sure who that is.
like a gargoyle like character. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's all brown though. There's not enough real contrast.
Yeah.
I guess there is. I mean, against that blue, but brown just kind of sinks and the Hulk there. But
Yeah.
I don't like him with the pants and socks and shoes.
Yeah, the coloring on the Hulk is kind of dull there too. It doesn't really. You don't get that
Year
emerald
one,
green.
Superman in Action Comics number 7 from 1995 annual. This is I want to say Walt Simonson. Yeah, it is Walt Simonson cover.
Oh yeah.
But let's face it, it looks like Superman's trying to extrude something from his behind, and it's painful.
Yeah, he looks a little.
He's
constipated.
straining. Maybe he's straining to escape the gravitational pull of a sun there. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Superman
that's not,
developing
I
his-
don't know. That's a little weird,
Yeah. Yeah, that facial expression is a little off. A little off-putting as well.
a little off-putting, right? It's still got the curl. Yeah. I mean, you can fly into a sun and not mess his hair up. He's super.
Yeah.
Now, here's an old one, Giant. World's Finest number 230. The Sons of Superman and Batman co-storing in World's Finest Comics. Multi-paneled, which you don't see that much anymore or ever. It has the Dead Man and Challengers of the Unknown in it as well, and an Aquaman story. Dead man coming out of the dead man in the gallows.
Yeah.
Aquaman and his diving. You know, they could always slide him in like that, a little thin panel on the cover
Oh,
with
yeah.
him stretched out. But they never do that with Superman, do they? Where like he's flying, it's same posture.
Yeah, same basic pose, but yeah,
Yeah, black sensitive cover.
very cool.
But it's kind of an off gray, you know. It's a dark though, anything dark like that. Then we have the Elseworlds annual number 4 from 1994, Batman Legends of the Dark Knight, Citizen Wayne. Wade's name's on it, so, and I'm gonna say since he did the interior artwork, he probably did the cover here too. I think so. Joe Staton cover. Batman.
All right. Citizen Wayne.
Citizen Wayne. Yeah, I don't know. It's like Batman or Man Bat
A little bit, yeah.
type mask, you know.
A
Joe
little bit of
Staton.
a Wolverine feel to
Joe Staton always had a cartoony look to me, you know, his stuff.
it. Yeah,
Betty Ross wasn't blonde. She's a brunette. I know. That's what
I
I'm
thought.
saying.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Flatulent, super flatulent. Yeah. I mean, why does he uses his cold breath? Why doesn't he ever use flatulence as a weapon? I
Well, I
almost
think
ran
that's
into a
what
bunch of skunks.
that's what Past Master Dan
Yeah.
was referring to earlier. Is he had to fart in space, so he didn't kill all of
World's
them.
Finest used to be the best anthology from DC during the 80s and 90s. They did tell some good stories, for sure. I read it for, you know, some of the latter issues. I went back in the past year and bought the very last issue where Batman's kind of waving to Superman, the sun, setting sun on the cover. Iconic cover. Sometimes I think Rex is thumbing through my collection, Pop says. Eric says, I
Hey,
didn't know
Pop.
that. I don't know what that's in reference to. I'm sorry, I'm behind on the chat.
Oh,
You remember when you remember when the West Coast Avengers became Force Works? Yep.
oh, yeah, yeah.
I
I
got
remember
all
that.
those, or
Yeah,
did have, you know.
I,
I'm a
I
fan of Thundra as well. Are you talking the publisher, Eric?
no Thundra, the character.
Oh yeah, the woman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, did
We're
she?
on this.
Am I wrong, or did she start off as a kind of a villain at first, and then she?
Like a villain, and she
Yeah,
liked I believe she liked the Absorbing Man.
yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, okay. And then she slowly kind of evolved into a good
Oh, here's part of the pick. Man of Steel #1, maybe.
guy. It does look like he's standing over a giant steaming pile.
Oh yeah. Was it like a volcano? Is that what it was supposed to be? That's a bad tangent. You know, that's bad. Now I bought this one back in the day. This is Keith Giffen artwork when he was doing the Legion of Superheroes annual #2 from 1983 with Block there with his new costume. You know, he started out as a villain. They get married, Princess Projectora, and I don't know who she's marrying there.
Oh, I can't think of his name. The
Was
costume
it Ultra Man, Ultra Boy?
maybe.
Is
Maybe.
that who she liked? I can't remember. We need some Legion fans in here, please. All right, I'm going to flip the box around. I've got a few more to show. We're going to finish this box today. It's
All right.
number 13. If I don't, it's unlucky. Right?
Yeah, I mean, don't want to tempt fate.
Watch Rex turn red.
and magically he does.
If I had to do your yard work, I'd be red as a beet. Yes, Thundra also had an intense fear of Spider-Man. Why was that? Because he was arachnid-like?
Was it just spiders in general, or?
Yeah, Thundra changed to impress Absorbing Man. Yeah,
Oh,
women
okay.
often do that, right?
Didn't
And
she
then they
team up
erupt
with
a giant
I think she
holler.
teamed up with She-Hulk for a little while too. They had
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah.
yeah.
X Force again, number 27.
Oh,
This artist here, the way he signs it, I think he worked on Alien Legion from Epic Comics, which was a division of Marvel. It's
oh,
just like CC. See his signature.
oh, that's Greg Capullo.
Oh, is that Greg Capullo?
Yeah, that's a GC.
A GC. So that's a Greg Capullo cover. Wow, I never
Yeah.
knew that. Okay. And what's he done?
Yeah, a little thing called Spawn.
Spawn. Yeah, but that was way back when. That was after Todd McFarlane left, right?
He was, yeah, I think he actually was
Like in the
Todd's
20s and 30s, something
hand-picked
like that.
replacement for himself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, have a
See
good
you,
one, Eric.
Eric.
Nice to see you, buddy.
Take care. Rom, the final conflict.
Oh,
With some Beta Ray Bill and the Avengers, Cat Tiger. Oh, Wolverine. Ooh. Now,
oh, I think I
this
know
is
this one.
a Leonardi cover
Yep.
with PCR. Now that is as the inker. That is I never can
Oh,
remember his name. He did Eldrick for
yeah.
like
Uh,
Pacific Comics but I mean he goes all the way back. I've got a production piece where he did an
it's,
Adventure Comics
yeah,
20-cent cover.
can't think of his name right offhand.
But anyway, yeah. I never can think of his name. He's just like one of those like Mike Kaluta that I never can think of. Yeah, P. Craig Russell.
There you
He
go.
did the inks on this
Thank you, Chad.
over Leonardi or whatever. Yeah. Rom.
Yeah.
Didn't Steve Ditko do some Rom?
Oh, he may
Seems like
have.
Steve Ditko did some Rom.
He
And
might
the
have
reason
done.
I asked, this kind of looks like a Steve Ditko Rom, really.
Mhm. And I believe John Buscema did some of the early ones as well.
John Buscema? Yeah, he might have. I can't remember. I'd like to have a whole collection of ROM. I think I
Well,
went back a couple years ago and got a ROM #1 because I think that one will shoot up in price.
I've
Uh,
got a complete 60-issue run if you're interested.
no, swap me.
Exactly.
Let's see. You want a spinner rack, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Rob Space Knight. Fear is Firefall. I guess this is his first appearance. Firefall.
Yeah.
Black sensitive cover. Number 4.
The red armored guy. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Number
yeah.
4. Yep.
Oh man, I love these books when I was a kid, man. I couldn't wait.
And of course, this is the one you want, the one with the diamond.
Yep.
The direct issue because it's lower print.
You
during
got
that time.
the Rom head in the box, or was that Spidey?
That was Spidey.
Spidey. Okay.
Yep. That'd be neat if they did put Rom in there. I think they did.
I think they did at some point. It might have been
Michael Golden cover, ROM number 7, black sensitive cover. Again, the one with the diamond.
Yeah.
So lower print run on these.
Seeing again, I was collecting these when I was I don't know, early teens, and it was before I really got into paying attention who the artists were.
Yeah. Well, now this is when he was doing Micronauts.
Exactly.
At the same time.
I mean, look at that cover, dude. That's
I mean, it's.
I mean, you got to think EVS was inspired by Golden a little bit. I mean, just his composition, the way he does female hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that.
Well, now I can see some Bernie Wrightson.
Yeah, that as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, good stuff. That's just I got chills. That's awesome.
Not to make you sad, but Taskmaster Dan says, but my oldest brother gave me his comic collection, and I had Fantastic Four number 15. It's a truly sad story.
Fantastic Four number 15.
I've got a 13. First appearance of Red Ghost and Super Apes with the
Remind
first
me,
appearance of
Pastmaster
Watcher.
Dan, what happened in that one? Number 15.
I hope you still have it. Who was in 15? I know Namor was in 14, but 15?
I don't know. I was never that big of a Fantastic Four guy, so there's a lot I don't know about the history.
1984, May 1984. John Byrne cover. Sasquatch.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, Alpha Flight.
I see Burns did some good stuff on Alpha Flight, man. That was
Yeah, he
cool.
did. Yeah. And number 9, another nice Sasquatch cover. Just a little bit ago, a year or so, maybe a couple of years ago, they did a Sasquatch Build-A-Figure.
Oh,
Which would have been sweet to get. I've
yeah,
been thinking about getting one. Rom
he'd be
was a
cool to
way
have.
to get you into Micronauts. Maybe so.
Oh, maybe, I guess.
Alpha Flight Betrayal, number 8.
I'd like to have that
John
Sasquatch
Byrne.
next to one of those Man-Thing figures you were showing the other day, man. That would be a cool little pairing.
Swap meet.
Yeah,
I still got to get an arm and a leg for it. Actually, I did order it, but those two schmoes didn't give me my thing, so I never completed it. But I could still get that completed. Yeah. I had them in grocery bags in the 70s, and I left them at a friend's grandma's in Virginia. My friend's big brother gave them away to a bunch of people. Oh, shit.
Oh, man. Now you're making me sad, Pastmaster Dan.
No doubt. Now, this is an infamous condition sensitive cover. It's a white cover. Mine's kind of yellowing. I'd like to have a better copy, but I remember buying this and thinking, and probably bought it because it had because it was innovative. You know, we were talking about being innovative and doing different things. This was kind of like the issue of G.I. Joe that had no words, no dialogue. Very innovative. I remember that when it came out. I might have even had that issue in my first collection. But this is Alpha Flight number 6 with Snowblind, the infamous Snowblind. Now, what makes this infamous? He goes page after page after page with nothing but blank panels and dialogue, and shows you nothing but white in the dialogue. Like
I think
it's a big snow thing.
Like eventually you see her eyes or something.
Yeah, he got paid a page rate.
Yeah.
You know, for that, I guess. Or the writer would, right? I've got to wonder if that was a thing out of we're behind, out of necessity. I don't know.
Oh, maybe just to get the book out on time, you know.
Alpha Flight number 5, probably the greatest Puck. And who designed Puck? It was probably John Byrne, wasn't it?
I think that was Byrne.
Yeah,
he
probably
designed
the greatest
most of Alpha
Puck
Flight
cover of all time.
That's a great one.
I mean, he's dancing around, P, 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 P.
Yeah, he's bouncing around like a ping pong ball.
Yeah, he's bouncing around like Daredevil or Spider-Man, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And even in the Ditko there, he's like...
Yeah, he's like coming out of the box.
He's coming out of the box, right? I mean, he's actually catapulting out and doing all those things. Puck never seemed like that big a danger to me.
No, I don't think any villains would have been intimidated by Puck.
Loved this cover when it came out. Bought this on the stands. Number 3.
Yeah, great cover.
Yeah.
I remember that one very well.
Black and white. I mean, it's just stark, you know, with that, just her face and color, Aurora, and it draws you right to what you want to see, her reaction, her face.
Yeah.
You know?
Aurora, right?
Aurora.
Yeah. Aurora. I always have a hard time saying that.
You try that drunk.
That and Storm, I try to mix the two together, so I always want to say the O at the end instead of the A. You know, Aurora.
Noble Causes. Now, this was from Image. Did you ever get any Noble Causes? This is actually a pretty weak cover, except for the monster. No, really, honey. I'd much rather spend time with you. Have you ever used that line? I never have. But
I don't think I ever had to.
no. Did you ever have any noble causes?
I'm gonna say that's later image stuff.
Yeah, later image. Yeah. You just think they went off the rails or what?
Well, like I said, I bailed in '99,
You don't know.
so
Okay.
I thought everything went off the rails.
Now, Astro City. This is Dark Age Book 2, number 1 from January 2005, Wildstorm Comics. Now, that's a minimalism of color. That might be Alex Ross.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, this character here, remember the X-Men, the Death of Phoenix, and they fought on the moon? And you had that cloaked woman character that could illuminate things.
What was her
Shed
name?
light on, bright, intense light. Yeah. That's who
Okay.
she reminds me of.
Yeah.
Iron Ghost, number 1. So this is kind of like, I don't know if he's German, kind of like Enemy Ace, but black sensitive cover, wartime, World War II. But there's the Iron Ghost.
Oh, okay. Man, that cover is hard to make out.
It is. It's dark,
Looks a little shadow-like.
Oh, and I was talking about this one the other day. Number 4/7, Shenna, Cho cover.
Oh yeah, that's just great.
And that just screams. I can read her thoughts. She says, "I bet mine's bigger." I don't know. Sorry, Lorenzo. She did kill the lizard.
Yeah.
But I mean, look at all the little babies feasting on it.
But the lizards are still represented.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I mean, as long as I've got that up. But I always try and get something fresh around here. I had a wart in the 3rd grade. Well, good thing you got rid of that. Anything like that, I wanted to take a pocket knife, just carve it off my body. Frequently did too. Jungle Girl.
Yeah.
This is a Cho cover, only 25 cents issue. Number 0 from Dynamite, Jungle Girl.
There you go.
I do like the roots and everything, but it seems dark. Maybe if I get it closer to the camera.
Her feet are.
She's got a broken sword. And that kind of leads you to his signature there, Cho. Her feet, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
Bad feet.
Yeah, not that they
hammer toes.
Yeah, they look very almost hands.
They look like, we were talking about this the other day. Who is it? Oh, who played Miss Marvel? Who's the actress that played
Brie Larson? God,
Brie Larson. Have you seen her feet?
Yeah, dude, I've seen them, and I wish I hadn't.
I think you might have been on that stream with me. We were
I
going off about her feet. It was like, whoa.
But I hear a lot of them supermodels have feet like that because they spend so much time in those crazy
standing
heels.
like that. Yeah, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy.
Dude,
ballerinas don't even have feet like that. I don't think.
No, I couldn't. I couldn't have her in my bed. Nope.
It wouldn't be her feet I'm looking at, but you know what? She's not attractive to me.
No, I don't like her.
Yeah.
And all right, can anybody tell me who exactly she was in the King Kong movie? Because people keep saying she was in one of the King Kong movies.
In the Peter Jackson movie?
Yeah. And
maybe she gets eaten by a T-Rex. We can only hope.
I hope so.
And then leave the feet.
Because I know she wasn't the girl from the first movie. That girl was far too cute and perky.
Yeah. I'll have to go back and rewatch that. Of course, Kong's one of my favorite iterations. Now, I didn't like the natives.
I think it was the Skull Island one, not the first.
Oh, Skull. Oh, yeah. Oh, how did you miss her? She was the photographer.
Oh, okay.
She was the photographer. Before I knew anything about Brie, I thought she did okay.
I think that was before I even knew who the hell she was. So
yeah, me too. Yeah. So it didn't ruin it for me.
Yeah, no, she didn't bother me in that movie. So
she was just one of those, and she played a liberal. you know,
Well, I'm
in that
not
movie.
shocked about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But hey, kudos to you, Brie Larson. You had one role that you didn't annoy me in.
Yeah, yeah. That was I came out of there thinking I've seen the greatest Kong movie besides the original made, you know.
Oh,
And
I like
and
the new
and
Kong
the
movie
first time
too.
that Kong stayed alive after the movie, except for the Japanese stuff, you know,
Yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
Godzilla.
They love killing Kong.
Yeah, what Kong Killers Unite.
Bunch of
Um,
gorilla killers.
hey Apex. Now we're interviewing Steve Rude tonight, aren't we? I mean,
Hey,
I've been
bro, what's up,
advertising
buddy?
that all day. Uh,
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Harlan Ellison's Dream Corridor, issue 3 from Dark Horse Comics. Now, this has a early wood block or etched quality to it.
Oh yeah, Harlan Ellison was a huge sci-fi guy.
Yeah, and you know, arguably the best. You know, with Joan Collins' Star Trek story
Oh
of the bunch. You know,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
John Romita Jr. 30th anniversary special. There's the shocker.
Yeah, you don't get to see him a whole lot.
No. And, you know, anytime that I've shown the silver boa, and I thought that myself, it looks like the shocker because he's got that diamond pattern
Yeah,
that Chris,
yeah.
but his is supposed to be like scales, and he'll in the inking make those look a little. So
But
Vic King will probably be on tomorrow doing some artwork, maybe finishing some of my stuff. Last week he didn't work on any of my stuff.
man, dude, I'll tell you what.
That's okay.
And
Ooh,
good on you, Rex, because I think you really helped turn it around for Vic a little bit, man. He sounded a lot more cheerful and really reoriented when I was on with him the other day.
yeah. I mean, nothing stresses you more than financial. And
Oh, dude, tell me about it.
I got him back in the game, you know, where he could get his scanner and then have, you know, a little bit more. And then,
Dude,
you
you're a
know,
freaking hero, Rex.
uh, I'm not. I'm just looking out, you know, for him and me. And, you know, because if he goes under, you know, I've lost a good artist, you know, that's really helped me develop a lot of things. And we
Yeah,
got
bro.
plans. We got plans to do. At least I've got plans,
I'm
you
telling you,
know.
that's a good little, pocket of CG that would have, suffered greatly if Vic had dropped out of the game.
Oh, I think so too. And he's not out of the woods yet. You know, I plan on, I mean, I don't want to diss Doc, you know, if he gets the work done, I'll pay him. But, you know, it's just, you know, I know he's not out of the woods yet. He's still got to make rent and he's still got to, you know, pay his internet and all kinds of stuff. And I do too, but, you
Oh
know,
yeah,
I'm in a little bit better situation than him. I think
yeah.
they're going to total my truck, Shadowhawk.
Oh, very nice.
From
That's
the
the
rack.
best case scenario,
I
dude.
don't know
Really.
that. I think it is too because you know the stuff after it's repaired, it's never.
Yeah, it's just not the same.
Yeah, Apex is tight-lipped. He's not telling us if we're interviewing Steve Rude. I think we are though,
No,
right? Apex, give me a thumbs up, something. I
but
think we
being
are.
all
Yeah,
mysterious on.
mysterious. Yeah, he might have responded to my tweet.
I don't
Uh,
think he was in the chat last night
I don't
when
know if I bent the frame, but I mean, if it exceeds half the value, which I think it is, they quoted me over 14,000.
yeah,
So that's
that's
going to be over half the value of the book truck. I mean, I paid 25, 20, about 26 after taxes and everything for it.
wow. That's not
Uh,
bad at all.
but this time, damn it, I'm getting a truck with cruise control. And I didn't have one of those little clickers either. You always had to use the key. And it unlocks one door and then you have to unlock the other.
Yeah,
You know, both don't open, you know. I'd
yeah.
like to have one of those, but
My
this was,
last car was like that. I had
but my brother's right. Can I find a truck nowadays?
dude, trucks are not cheap
I
anymore.
know I got it right when that stuff was starting to happen, like at the start of 2001, like February. It's only got 6,000 miles on it. So You know, I haven't driven it a lot. Gap
Yeah.
Insurance is live. Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, Apex, if you're still there, did you get to see that piece of Fembat that Vic was working on you for yesterday?
Oh yeah, he was finishing up the inks on it. I haven't went
I
back and
didn't
watched all that, but I'm going to.
I didn't see
Yeah.
Apex in the chat, so I was wondering if he may
Yeah,
have
he
been.
was finishing up. I'm sure Vic got with him. He said he was going
Yeah,
to, but
that's
because he was
I mean
wanting a scan of it and he was finishing the inks, it looked like what
oh
I
great.
saw. It was looking incredible. Yeah,
Wow,
I
great
mean,
piece. Great.
Art T. Bear inks.
Oh, very
I
nice.
know you have
Artie
this
Bear.
one. Brigade number 12.
Oh, yep.
Art T. Bear inks. I like Brigade. That was one of my, especially this character. Which one's this with the little skull that he had on his head? I think
Oh, ah,
there
hold
were
on.
some awesome covers with him
Yeah,
on there.
he first appeared in Spawn, I think.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, the guy with the skull on his face.
This is Marat and George Perez on inks.
Ooh,
Brigade number 3.
now you're talking. Look at
George Perez on inks. You know, you think these early images are worthless, but
that. No,
if
no.
you like certain artists like Perez,
I mean, they might not have high value right now just because so many
right,
were printed, but
yeah,
the
right.
actual books and the artwork themselves are well worth it.
Brigade 0, Art T. Bear on inks on this one.
Yeah. Of course, I got that one as well.
Mm-hmm. 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 I like Brigade. I really did. I thought that they
Yeah, Brigade was a good title. I liked
Blood Strike.
Backlash quite a bit. I don't know if you
Black
have any of
Strike
those.
number 3, another Art T. Bear ink cover
Right? Yeah.
by this comic.
Or else.
Or I will choke slam you.
Very violent in the early 90s.
Another Art T. Bear, Blood Strike number 13, Art T. Bear inks.
Look at that.
Look at those feet. Are they articulated?
Not really.
No, it's a shape.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I'm fine with that. You know?
Yeah. It's there. It gives you the impression of a foot.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
mean, you know, it's what Joe Kubert said. We all know what a foot looks like. Yes, you will be here for the Steve Rude interview, 12 noon on the 23rd. Oh, I was telling people tonight. Now we're taking tonight off, right,
What?
Apex?
Noon on okay. I was confused.
At
I thought
noon on the 23rd. Okay.
All
I
right.
can definitely make that. Yes. I don't know what day that falls on, but
Sorry, Apex. All Rex's fault. He got me confused.
I know I was being telling, and Hex Allen was in Jason Bascom's. I was saying Steve Rude's going to be on tonight, I believe, tonight on Apex Comics, and I think you're taking tonight off, if I remember right. But you know, you get a bonus. You get Steve Rude the 23rd. So yeah, I should write these things down. I'm sorry, Apex. Another Art T. Bear inked one, Blood Strike number 6.
Yeah, I remember that one.
You know, they're coloring even at this time. I don't know. I like some of it, some I don't.
Not a big fan of that one.
Yeah.
The coloring anyway.
I remember this one. Because this was Roman, wasn't it? Namor spelled backwards.
Yep.
They actually named him the aquatic Roman.
Oh yeah.
Because Namor was named Namor, which is Roman spelled backwards, because they wanted a regal sounding name. And then they come up with that. I thought it was genius, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, no Apex After Dark tonight. Okay. Apex Comics Matinee. Yes.
Ooh. Now is that another French word?
Hey, yeah.
So international.
It's what now? The Apex Comics Matinee?
Yeah, it's matinee.
Yeah, that would be at noon with Steve Rude on the 23rd. Right. He's calling it matinee. Now, there was a bunch of these made. Barry Windsor Smith cover, Bloodshot #1, chromium cover. Ooh, nice and shiny.
Oh, look at that Barry Windsor Smith.
Yeah, black sensitive cover. And then, of course, with grading it, probably the placement, because this was actually glued on, I guess. Chromium. Really, it's just a big chromium trading card, you know. And they did a Spider-Man like that too. Chromium. And the cool thing was, you know, with chromium, like around this, they've got dot, 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 dot. They have texture, but you run your finger over it and it's smooth. You know, it's all smooth, but it's like etched in there. You know,
If you open up the cover on the inside, there's
Uh-huh.
actually texture on the inside of the cover.
texture on the inside. So the texture, it would be like printed down, pressed into it,
Right.
and the
and then-
raised part would be on the inside.
yeah.
And it'd be like metal full.
Yeah, it's very
so
cool the way they did it.
I don't know if you can see the texture around the gun.
Yep.
Yeah. In other places, it's really neat. Chromium like blew me away when it first came out. It's like, whoa, you know, that's
Yeah,
not seen that in comics before.
I think
And
I've got like,
Turok #1 had it.
mhm. I've got almost a full packed short box of just chromium.
I bought a bunch of these, and this is one that I did. This is Don Perlin, the first artist I saw. He's still alive in his 90s. He did a cover for Smokes the Fox on Indiegogo. So in a way, Perlin is CG. Who knew? But
Yeah, I just got
my local comic book place at the time with these Valiant books, these early pre-Unity Valiant books, to get people interested in them, they ran a contest where they would have like a nice porcelain of Magneto or something else. And for every Valiant book you bought, I think you got a slip of paper. And I won a bunch of those type of things.
Really? Oh, that
because
was
I bought it, but it was a great way to push these books and get people interested in them.
Yeah.
As a raffle, as a giveaway. That's genius. You know, we need to do something like that. But now here was a serial
Those
number
porcelain figures
contest.
weren't cheap, man.
Maybe it was in conjunction with this serial number contest that they
Oh, okay.
ran too. But that's Don Perlin.
Yeah.
Bloodshot. Unfortunately, the movie didn't go anywhere because COVID hit. That's issue 8.
Did you see the movie Rex or no?
I did. I own it.
I haven't watched it yet. Was it any good or?
I mean, you know, it hit at a bad time, but it's not going to spark off a Valiant. And who cares about their characters anyway? There's a few like Ninjak and, you know, a few other characters that I'm kind of interested in. And some of them are rehash, right? Like Turok, he goes back to the 50s. Dr. Solar goes back to the 60s.
Yeah, I was going to say Solar was.
Magnus Robot Fighter goes back to the 60s. They were all Gold Key characters.
Mm-hmm.
Birds of Prey #96, Jerry Ordway cover from 2006. Gail Simone wrote this story.
Wow.
Jerry Ordway cover with the Huntress and Black Canary in distress. Black Alice. Now, Black Alice, wasn't she Jack Kirby? Sort of New Gods or something? I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that one.
Blood Wolf. You remember Blood Wolf from Image?
Yeah.
#3.
With the crazy haircut. Yeah.
He was like a spokesman for old Tro dolls. Now that's bad branding. You can't see the logo.
No, yeah, you can't see it.
You know, it's bad branding. Great
Cool
cover, though.
but again, yeah, kind of dark on the color, you know. But
where's he went? Where is he today? Does Marvel own him?
I have no clue.
I don't know that he was part of you know,
I don't
they,
think I don't think he lasted very long at Image, frankly.
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
sure. But
Blood Wolf. I don't know.
that
He
was
gets
one of
my
the
vote
ones.
for Wildest Hair. Now I
Yeah.
can't tell you what issue this is without opening up Black Sensitive Bone.
Now that was one of those Image ones that I definitely got probably number one and number two, and I may have, you know,
What,
stopped.
Blood Wolf?
Yeah.
Yeah. He probably didn't last much long, like, you know, past that. But now
Yeah.
this is
Probably not.
almost like a virgin cover if you took the logo off because there's no information on the cover.
Yeah. Nothing at all on there.
I can't tell you what. I don't have it written on the back there. Now, I always thought these were interesting. And then, of course, they had subtitled type things. This is Mike Mignola cover. Uh, BPRD, Bureau of Paranormal Research and Defense, the Universal Machine. Mike Mignola cover, black sensitive cover. Let's like that
Well,
imagery at the bottom.
didn't they make a movie out of that or based on that?
Yeah, yeah, I
No.
think they had that as part of the Hellboy movies. If Gail
Okay.
Simone wrote that, it must be a well of a story. Yeah, we were talking about blue-haired
Yeah.
uh, land whales, and we just want to reiterate Carrie is not one, even when she has blue hair. She's not a land whale. Bo, she's on the in crowd. Bo Jackson. This is Revolutionary Comics, unauthorized and proud of it. Number 2, baseball superstar comics. Bo Jackson. Now, did you ever see Revolutionary Comics?
I don't
They
know.
did
Maybe.
like Guns N' Roses and
Oh, okay. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
unauthorized, you know,
Yeah. I
story.
didn't. I didn't really pick up any of those.
Baseball Legend Comics. This is number 3, unauthorized and proud of it. Revolutionary Comics. Ted Williams,
Oh,
famous
okay.
shot of him, you know, with the baseball bat over his shoulder. Ted Williams, man, he would hit, you know, 400 in a season just consistently. One of the greats of baseball. The original handbook of the Marvel Universe. This something 10th anniversary. Age X-Men Age of Apocalypse. That's what it is. Their 10th anniversary, 2005. Don't like the coloring on it. It's too dark.
Oh, yeah.
And there's too much going on, frankly. I mean, even just characters. I mean, on a mashup like this, but you remember the early Marvel handbooks? You could
Oh,
tell
yeah.
the wraparound covers.
Mm-hmm.
You could
Oh,
tell the characters, but that it's so dark. Uh,
yeah. I've got all that early Marvel Universe stuff,
and with
and
Age of Apocalypse, you could still want it dark and moody, but it could still be contrasty and legible. Just saying. Uh,
exactly.
XO Man of War number 19. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, right. I mean, a competent cover. Okay, it's okay. But
Yeah, it's
why?
nothing
If I
terrible.
saw this as a kid, I'm going to pass it up. I'm sorry. I'm just like, it's a bunch of rocks in the sky. What's going on? I mean, I might be in, you
Yeah,
know,
and I mean, it looks like they're
I'd
in.
much rather have the Hulk smashing stuff, you know,
Right.
or whatever. Number 17. Okay, everybody's dead and defeated here. What? Okay. And they did focus on story. Okay. Uh, but still give us good art, you know, give us something happening on the cover. Uh, that might be Don Perlin. I'm not sure.
Hmm.
Uh, and then here's Turok with Now I think Bart Sears definitely did some stuff for Valiant. I think Andy Smith did as well. Number 15 with the dinosaurs.
Oh yeah, I remember
Cool
that one.
rock back there in the back with Exo.
Cool.
Little tooth and claw action. And that's it. That's the rest of the box. That was it. Number 13.
Oh wow.
Made it through it. Adam Post published Revolutionary Comics and Personality Comics.
Oh
Oh, he
really?
did.
I love the Postman, man.
Wow.
I miss
Maybe I'll
him.
get him to sign those. I didn't know that. I'll have to look at the credits on those.
What
I
happened
thought
to
they
Adam?
were
He
kind of like,
disappeared, man.
yeah. Well, there was that little debate about borders and stuff, that he was taking like web comics and stuff. So, but now
I
Apex was setting up
didn't hear about any of
an
that.
interview with Adam Post, and we were supposed to do that, but we rescheduled and never got back to him. We need to look into that. I'd love to talk to Adam.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Adam. I supported his Mermaids book, the
Yeah.
College
Oh,
of the
that
Dead
looked
stuff.
good. Yeah,
Dude, the
that looked.
College of the Dead stuff was great. The Narwhal cover is
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, I liked Adam. And I
Yeah, and
got
I mean, everybody
I
says
remember
he's one of the
getting
nicest guys.
oh yeah, and I
Yeah.
remember picking up indie stuff from him, his from him back in the '90s. So
So you got your yard work all done, huh?
yeah.
No
Pretty
more
much.
doing it today, huh?
No, I'm done for today. The only
Yeah.
thing I got left now is putting dinner together.
Oh, have you got something planned?
Yeah, doing a little
I mean, look at that hair.
chicken Alfredo with some red lentil penne pasta.
Oh, wow.
Getting fancy.
Yeah, and kosher. I mean, the lentils anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I figured I'd
Yeah.
try it. They're
Red lentils? I've not heard of red lentils.
yeah, it was interesting. I got them. The wife picked them up. Apparently, they were on sale at little penne pastas. They're red color. So don't know why they're red, but apparently all natural.
Can you tell me about Roman a little bit? The carrot, he was pretty much aquatic, Namor, wasn't he?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Unfortunately, like I said, a lot of the image stuff in the early days was very much
Derivative
well, yeah, derivative, but it was very
of other
also
characters. Yeah.
art oriented and not real heavy on the story. I mean,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
kind of to be expected.
Oh,
When you
I've
got
seen some reviews on some of those, and it's like, wow, man, it's almost incoherent,
yeah, some
in
of them are
spots. Yeah. And, I mean, their lightness on scheduling, that was probably the thing that hurt them most off
oh,
out of the gate.
they had well. I mean, it didn't help that Marvel and DC were trying to stomp them down every chance they got.
Oh, that too. Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I mean, just the lateness, and then after a little while, the infighting, it just image became a mess.
Yeah, that's a good title. Dinner at Shadowhawk's house.
I've been thinking about that, maybe putting together a little cooking portion on my channel.
There you go. I know Wise Guys does it.
Yeah, Flying Feline
And,
has they do that a lot.
Lola Meats.
Yep.
Goes on there with him and does all kinds of craft stuff,
Yeah.
Don't think it gets a ton of views, but it's interesting when he cooks something, He'll even take you shopping.
Oh,
and
really?
They call me bad at, about posting stuff. I don't know. Yeah.
I got some pretty good recipes, man. I think people might like some of my stuff.
I think we'll pick up this hammer and this wrench here, and I'll take you to Harbor Freight with me. What the? Okay. But Uncle E did that too with art supplies.
Oh yeah, that was actually quite useful. I liked when he.
Oh yeah. I thought his drawstrings were the greatest, and when he was talking about like 1 point perspective, 2 points perspective, 3 point perspective, very confident. He makes it look easy, He
used to be almost ASMR, man. He was so quiet and
yeah.
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 when I first started watching him. Now he's like this carnival barker. It's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, with the costumes and everything.
Yeah, Ethan's something else, man. He's love him or hate him, like I said though before, with everybody that I've supported over the past 3.5 years or so, you wouldn't have got none of it if it wasn't for Ethan.
Now, Eric's already left, but I was talking about that and had it right here. I thought I did, just not in this pile. I had it right there in another pile. Blood of My Ancestors. This is the one we were talking about yesterday that I showed that, you know, drawing by John Buscema, preliminary drawing. This is the Kevin Nolan cover. This was the last project that Gil Kane and John Buscema worked on. They both died while doing the artwork.
Oh wow.
You know, so Kevin Nolan got to do the cover, and I'll show the artwork. I have it right here. It's a little matted piece. Now I have other pieces to this as well.
So they both died during the production of this book?
Gil Kane passed away, and then John Buscema took it over.
And then he died?
So, and I have a video on this. It's called The Last Artwork of John Buscema.
Wow.
So
I got to go back.
It's an early video. Go back and check that video out. Shows this piece, some other pieces I have. I've got one piece where he's working on leg placement. He's got like 3 legs on him, you know. Just
wow.
The last artwork, the last project, John Buscema. Of course, this is Kevin Nolan cover, but still same concept of Samson and the pillars.
Both of those guys are a huge.
He's got a little S on his, Superman S on his chest.
Yeah.
It's a one shot, and
both of those guys are a huge part of my early collection, man. I mean, oh my god!
You know what I say about Gil Kane? I think he's the seminal
Gil Kane
cover artist for Marvel during the 70s, for sure.
Yeah, I can't wait, dude. I've got the that Aaron Lopresti. He did that 70s style, kind of a Gil Kane-esque cover for Wraith of God. Waiting for that to come.
Oh
in.
Yeah. I mean, that's.
And you mentioned Weaponized Werewolf earlier, and Smokes the Fox. I just I got a notification, I think day before yesterday, that mine's in the mail. So I can't wait.
All right.
And
did you get the Don Perlin or the or cover, or did you get the?
I got everything, man. I went all in.
The Tim Vigil cover.
Yeah,
Tim Vigil did a cover on that.
I think. Yeah, it was either 2 or 3 covers, and then I also got an original page coming.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Sadly, I hadn't backed it. I mean, I wanted to, but
oh man, yeah,
just money, man, just money.
No,
gotta keep our artists alive, Other
At
things
the time,
like that.
I was.
I literally took over a little bit over half my check and said, "Here, Vic, get you a scanner." Support yourself.
It's killing me right now, Rex. I haven't backed anybody in about 2 months. I mean, I haven't been able to do. I haven't.
And these great projects. I mean, I've got some that are like second chance offers running now, or like Only Death Can Save Us. Now I know that's UK, so there's extra on shipping, kind of like Charlie's London. Yeah. But I don't care. It's a good looking Bronze Age like project, Look to it. Sounds like a great story. Didn't get it to back issue 1, and they have it with this campaign where you can do a catch up. I've got to support that one when I get paid next, if I can. And then there's others. I mean, there's the Jack Kirby project that's getting no love. And you got actual footage and interview by Jack Kirby in his house. Yours arrived damaged. But
I know. I don't know. I mean, maybe that's been an issue with other people.
And you know what? I apologize. I have not contacted him yet. I will contact Glenn and say, hey, his was damaged. I know you have. Shadowhawk's a good guy. If you want to send it with mine, I will. I'll pay you Thursday. Because I definitely want to watch it. I definitely want to, read the book.
Yeah, dude, because
definitely want to
it's
help a good cause. I mean,
yeah, and
if
and
you
that was
can't back Jack Kirby, what
yeah, and I was on board immediately when I saw this project, and
yeah.
I mean, I wanted to put that baby on my bookshelf. It's a nice book,
Well,
but
not
I can't put up a damaged book on my shelf because it's gonna make me crazy.
right. Well, I mean, and I don't blame you. I mean, I've opened stuff on here and I've criticized a little bit, not too harshly, but I mean, that's something CG needs to work on is its shipping. Anybody.
Yeah, and I don't want to
Okay,
be.
so we have to hand out a wrench. There
Oh,
you go, Alex Verb.
hey,
Or
Alex, what's happening, buddy?
how do you say that?
I just
Shadowhawk.
say Alex VRB. In my head,
Okay, Alex VRB. In your head, yeah. But
I've never spoken with Alex live, so I don't
I
know what he's
haven't
saying.
either, but I've seen him in chats. It's good to see you in here. And there's your
Oh yeah,
wrench.
I see him all over.
Definitely going back the Canadian Shield too.
Oh, for
It
sure.
just that project's getting better and better as he works on it, and has Dillard's doing some stuff on Snowdrift.
Man,
Number
I wish
one.
I had room to get one of those the Canadian Shield standees that Cross has. Man, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, 8 foot tall.
Yeah,
Folds
that
and
thing is
he takes it to
sweet,
conventions,
man.
so it's very practical. But
Oh, yeah,
also he's
yeah.
got an
Put it in the
action
boot.
figure in one of the higher tiers with switchable fist, you know,
Oh, can you get
switchable
the
hand.
action figure by itself, or
Yeah, no, I think you get
that?
other stuff
Okay,
with it. Yeah.
okay.
So definitely go check out Canadian
Uh,
Shield by Cross
nice.
Comics. Uh looks
Hopefully,
like
he'll
good.
keep it in demand for a little bit.
Oh yeah. He's still working on it and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, good,
I
good.
mean, yeah. I mean, if it wasn't for even stuff like Charlie's London, that I really like, being in demand, I probably may not get it. It's
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know if I'm
that's
gonna.
why I hate the model of John Malin. I mean, he's got it right, I suppose, for him. If it works for him, I don't hate on him for it. But there's a lot of John Malin stuff I just haven't gotten in because if you don't get it in the first 60 days, it's gone.
Oh well, right. Speaking of the swap meet, you and I
Yeah.
must talk. I've got everything Malin did so far, so we and I've got multiple copies. So
Yeah. Well, like godlike,
what's happening, man? Well, yeah, that's not out yet.
that's not out yet, but I would have liked to have gotten that, but he didn't go into man. So,
Yeah, yeah.
you know,
Malin
and,
is,
and if I had backed it, which I could have, it would have been a sacrifice somewhere else,
right.
you know. And if
But
it's going to be
Malin
a
is,
pain,
he's,
then
and especially you should appreciate this, Rex, because Malin is thinking about the collector. You know what I mean? When the way he does things, it,
right.
there's only so many, and you
Oh, it's
better get
good
on them.
intentions, but like I say, Cyberfrog 17,000, Wreck Planet. Okay, that's still low print.
Oh yeah, but
I
Ethan's
mean,
gonna
it's
do
not as low as 5,000, but there's a catch 22 to that too. My friend has Warriors #1. It's a Golden Age book that he bought from a mutual friend where I got all the Adlers from and a lot of good books.
Mhm.
Robert out there in Arizona from Key Comics. Check him out on eBay. Awesome stuff. Production artwork, old comics. He
No.
he he went through some health issues. I think they removed his esophagus.
Oh,
That's how bad it was. And it's a wonder he's still living. But I
yeah.
mean, he's been going good for over 2 years now, like that. But great guy. But due to that, he had X-Men #1 past 500 graded. Most of them were 9.8s. Now, the early issues are not going to be 9.8s, but he had all of them from 1 past 500, and most of them were 9.8s
Wow.
because that was his thing. I like X-Men. I'm going to get the highest graded copies I can. I'm going to get them all slabbed. Think about that. No
That's
matter if
incredible.
they were 7.5s, he graded over 500 X-Men books. That's a
Yeah,
lot of money
yeah, it is.
to get them slabbed.
Well, I mean, you think about it, Rex. With the prices of comic books since the '90s, just 500 copies of the X-Men are, a pretty good chunk of change.
Yeah, just the
Bags,
retail price, even if it
bags,
was $1.25 a copy.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
bags and boards and boxes and I
Yeah, and
mean,
some of those were like, okay, 3.95,
yeah. Once you
I
got to the
mean,
'90s, those were we were talking
yeah,
350, $4 a pop.
yeah. And he had to sell all those due to the medical stuff. But
Damn.
that guy's got enough assets. He's a millionaire.
No,
He's truly a collector that has collected himself into being a millionaire.
well, if that, I mean, I don't know if that was the case, then I wouldn't have sold all those X-Men.
Well, you'd think so, but I mean, maybe he needed to raise money fast. I don't know, but
Yeah, he just didn't have the liquid assets at the time, probably.
yeah, I mean, gosh, he must
Well,
have got
that's
a
the
chunk of
problem.
money for that.
Well, that's the problem with being a collector like you or me or, Texas Dave or whoever. I mean, we've got this inventory that's worth a massive amount of money to someone.
And we put a
So,
lot into it, boards
yeah,
and bags
but
and
but
boxes,
you
and
can't
changed them
you
out.
can't just turn around and get a loan on that or anything because,
Right. It's
you
not
know,
that liquid. Yeah.
no, it's a that collectible thing is, yeah, when they're hot and you can get a crazy amount of money for certain things. But in the meantime, the lulls, the low points,
Well,
between
just think about those
collectability.
annuals. That's not even counting the annuals. I'm sure he had annuals in there too.
Oh,
Probably
sure.
all of them.
I'm
You know,
I'm betting he did, yeah.
I mean, that giant size annual with the Gil Kane
And
cover with
if
the
he went all the way up to number 500, man, he was collecting a lot of stuff. Like even after I had given up on
I'm
Marvel.
telling you, I think 500. I think I have a copy of that, and it's got an Alex Ross cover.
I think I stopped collecting X-Men in, I think it was 97,
A lot of people
98,
did. I mean, that's
and it
dedication.
was,
I did that
but
with Avengers
it
a
was
lot.
in the 300s, I think. Still, it might have been early 400. I'm
In
not.
the up to the 80s, I guess, later 80s, I had a near full collection of X-Men, and I had a near collection of Avengers.
Oh wow, dude.
And I paid about $200 for both. It was a deal at the time, you know, but they that's what burned up my fire. All those
Oh,
Neil Adams X-Men issues,
oh God.
all the reprint X-Men, a
Oh,
near, except for the earlier issues, and it went down. Like I had a first appearance of Mimic, which I think I
oh,
have
Mac, dude.
again now, which is
Yeah.
number 19. I think I had earlier than that,
Wow.
one of the
Yeah, you're
early,
talking classic
yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, it was a good collection.
Wow.
If it just those in like two long boxes.
Yeah, I was
Uh,
surprised you hadn't seen that original X-Men Toy Biz set that I showed you the other day. The where they're all in the little box set with the open window. Remember when I was showing off them Toy Biz shows 2, 3 days
oh
ago?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That
Uh,
might be something that you think about in the swap meet there, Rick. Got the Beast, the
the
original,
Beast. Yes.
before he got furry.
Yeah. 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 We'll have to talk. We need to talk about eBay anyway.
Yes,
Your
we
eBay
do.
store.
Yes, we do.
Because I've been doing it a long time, and like I say, if I don't have the answers, I can ask Elsie, and he'll know. Running a store is the best way to go on eBay, in my estimation, and
Yeah,
not with a lot of little stuff. They've almost precluded that. Like I used to do die-cast Pez. Now, unless it's like a $50 Pez or something like that, or an expensive Pez or die-cast or something. If it's just like $2, $3, I mean, the internet taxes now,
right. Yeah, not
they
even
will
worth
eat
it.
you up. You know that book that I bought, that spy spoofs and whatever that we showed the other day on the show?
Oh yeah, yeah. That was a cool book.
Over $13 in taxes on that.
You're kidding me.
Yeah.
Holy
And I made
moly.
an offer, got a few dollars off, but when you put on shipping and then tax, and they also, take a percentage from your tax, uh, from your shipping. I mean, their PayPal does.
Oh
It's
yeah.
it's a scam. And if you do multiply that over millions of people worldwide, they're making bank, you
Oh
know?
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like the old was that Superman 2 where Richard Pryor takes a penny out of all the accounts and makes like $1 billion in 3 days or something.
Yeah, yeah,
You,
yeah.
you like shave off the
Uh,
like the 9/10 of a cent or whatever,
yeah. Richard Pryor
Yeah, yeah,
in the movie. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
It
And
was,
then they basically stole that concept for the movie Office
and that
Space.
was Superman 3, wasn't it?
Was it 3? Okay, yeah, Superman
And then
3.
he
Not
builds a supercomputer to battle Batman. I mean,
yeah,
Superman.
uh, yeah,
Batman,
yeah.
what the hell?
Batman.
Clip that.
Hold on one second.
And then I have to buy it. Let's see. Alex says eBay itself isn't bad, IMO, but the new tax laws blow over $500, and I get uh, really well. I mean, on taxes, I know you can record it as your hobby, but yeah, I mean,
Oh no shit, they 1099 you for over 500, dude. Oh, oh,
really, I mean that's like Joe Biden. If it's over $600 out of the bank, you have to record it to the government.
yeah, that's insane, man. I'm about
Yeah.
sick of all this government overreach.
Yeah, I mean, my paycheck was over $600 last time, so that goes, if they're doing that, that's going
Yeah,
right.
I'm
That information's going how much I earned, which I'll record that on my taxes. Don't
yeah.
need to
I mean,
second look it.
they get all that information every year from me anyway. Why do you gotta monitor me every payday?
And then I had to buy the business tier tax software and add up all my costs and subtract that from the raw amount so that they only tax me on profit. It's stressful and time consuming, most definitely. And I have suggested for years, years. I don't know how anybody does. Now, I definitely went to higher tier stuff because on the smaller stuff, which you can't even really sell and make anything on anymore, and people won't buy it, because of the taxes and whatnot.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's not worth it in the end because
it's
you
not
pay more
worth
in
it.
shipping than you do for what you want to
And if
buy.
it's overseas, forget it.
Oh
And
yeah,
you have
dude.
no control. It's better on us now, but I definitely do lesser international sales than I used to. I used to do with diecast. I was doing international sales all over the world, especially in this one spot. I can't remember where it was,
I
but
saw somebody in chat earlier that said they backed Ripaverse, and
oh
the book is $35, but shipping to Europe is 35 on top of that.
wow.
And then you got taxes. And then I
I
mean,
hope I don't get ripped. I mean, on shipping too bad, but if it is, it doesn't matter. I mean, I just put arbitrarily on my ash can, it being smaller, but I got one from the UK and I've got a supporter from Switzerland.
oh, that's awesome.
So I hope, and Tatsu was the guy from Switzerland. I'm
Oh, okay.
not doxing him. He's already said it in the chat and whatnot. Thanked him and everything. He
Well,
was
hey,
my
if
last
you
back.
only got 2 international orders, Rex, I mean, for me, I would just eat those. You know what I mean? Just to
Oh
get
yeah,
it.
that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. And since we're talking about it, I'm gonna copy the link and drop it if anybody's interested. It's not that great a looking campaign. I did it hastily and I have not went back and done anything, but you're definitely going to get a good value with it. 2 books and 2 trading cards, maybe more than that. Still working on some stuff to do. Hopefully,
And you got
uh,
some great artists coming in for you. We got Doc Blaylock, Big King.
oh yeah, But now that's going to be on the larger thing. This is going to be all John except for the pinups.
Well, yeah, but I mean, this is the lead up.
Oh yeah, yeah, and you'll get to read the first 6 pages long before it comes out. You know,
There you
and since we're talking about it, and I never really promote much, why don't I just share my screen? And it only takes 30 seconds. Why don't we watch the trailer?
go. Woohoo.
Woohoo! Devil Flyer, I kind of look at him like Spawn. Yeah, I kind of look at him as my Doctor Strange character. You know, he definitely has supernatural like powers.
Yeah.
You know, but like I said, I gave him a Nightcrawler tail, which kind of goes with the demon or the devilish look too. I just wanted to give him a prehensile tail. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Tried
always
it. It's a nice touch. too.
like Nightcrawler's tail as well.
Yeah.
Like the limited series that they did, and he's got the one cover where he's got the sword in his tail. He's holding it.
Oh yeah,
and-
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
I love
they played that up in the 80s where he was a swashbuckler,
Mhm.
kind of pirate and
And
whatnot.
didn't he end up like in a alternate dimension or something? I think it was.
I think so, yeah, and maybe
Yeah.
with magic. I don't know, but I know
Yeah.
he palled around with Kitty Pryde.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shadow
Yeah,
Cat.
I always liked Nightcrawler, man. He's a fun character.
Yeah, but when I first saw him, and maybe it was the Dave Cockrum drawing. They definitely were, even though he's a Christian in the Catholic, I think in the
Uh-huh.
comic sort of background from Germany, he was, and then there was all right, his Mystique that's blue also that came around later.
Yeah, which they were hinting for a while might
That
have been
maybe his
Nightcrawler's
mother.
mom. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if we've ever found out the origin of Nightcrawler.
No, I don't know.
know.
I stopped collecting, and yeah, they may have revealed it. I don't know.
I don't know either. But I know that Mystique was supposed to be, possibly his mother, which I think turned out not to be true. Of course,
Okay,
with
yeah.
Wolverine, they played with his origin for like 20 years or more.
Oh yeah, for God.
Which I think that's great. A man of mystery. I think after they did Origins and revealed that he was born in the late 1800s, which is cool because it's got that healing factor.
But it took a lot of the mystique away from the character. I mean, not to play on the mystique.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, the amnesia bit. I mean,
and even when they did the Barry Windsor Smith Weapon X storyline, there was still so much that
was the first hint that I remember of his origins, of them trying to tell his origins, and what a great start,
Yeah, but they only went back so far. They didn't, you still didn't know how long he'd been alive or what have you. Before,
and I don't think they should have ever revealed that.
No, I think they should have kept
they
that.
They should have dropped hints. And while we were talking about Nightcrawler, it was kind of the same thing with Wolverine. They were playing around. I think a lot of this was different writers, coming on books, but and they all have this great story they want to tell, but it doesn't go with the continuity of what's come before. And it can get kind of confusing as far as continuity. So, they did the same thing with Wolverine. They were hinting that Sabretooth was possibly his father at one point.
Yeah, and then didn't he end up, they finally revealed that he was actually his brother, I think?
Something like that. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, so they've really kind of
or half brother,
play
maybe
with the
something like
yeah, maybe half brother or something, yeah,
that. Yeah,
or step brother,
stepbrother,
maybe,
mate. Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I
maybe
think I
step.
think they had the same dad, different moms, or
Yeah,
something like that.
I just never have gotten where his hate on for him. And has that
No,
ever
they.
been revealed? Why he's such? Why I know Sabretooth's supposed to be savage, but can you give us a
Well,
reason of why
um,
he's a killer and a beast and so savage?
well, that was just from everything I've read over the years. That was just a kind of a personality defect with Sabretooth. You know, he was just one of them guys that was destined to be a serial killer.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Well,
but the reason Wolverine hates him so bad was because of ah shit, what was her name? Fox or whatever her name was, the
oh,
girl that
he killed her.
he killed her. Yeah,
And
so
then
that
there
was
was
what.
they were playing with that. Did he kill her? Did he not kill her? I don't know.
Yeah,
I
and then
mean,
they messed around with that too, and supposedly her whole death was fake, and she was a part of, the whole time that she was with him, she was
yeah.
actually,
Now, didn't they make that into the Wolverine movie or something, or one of his movies?
yeah, parts of it.
Didn't?
I think they
Yeah.
they yeah they that's one of the things about the Marvel movies that's so frustrating is they
Well,
pick and
my first, view of Sabretooth was not with Wolverine, but it was in with Power Man and Iron Fist.
yeah, yeah, he could kind of float. I think he was in some Spider-Man issues back in the
Yeah, I mean,
day.
after he made his first appearance, iconic appearance, which was in Iron Fist, right? He was
Uh,
always kind of a Power Man and Iron Fist villain, or at
yeah,
least in the early 80s, that's where I first saw him. And then he became an X-Men, big X-Men type villain. But before then, he wasn't per se mutant,
yeah,
psychotic,
yeah. I think he was kind of
anti Wolverine type character that had adamantium too, right?
right, and
Adamantium claws.
and that was never part of Sabretooth's like original story. They kind of
Right. They kind of
retconned
added
that.
that later,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I'm fine with that. I mean, if you've never said, oh, he's got adamantium claws.
Well, they brought a
Uh,
bunch of characters kind of into the Weapon X program
I don't
that
know. In
had
the early days, did he have metal looking claws?
no,
Or
no,
does he have metal looking? Doesn't he have gloves on where you don't really know what's under that?
yeah, they that as far as I remember, they never really made any big deal about his claws other than the fact that he had claws. You know,
Absolutely. First appearance, Iron Fist number 14, which I
there
had
you
that one. Was that John Byrne artwork? I know
go.
John Byrne did some light Iron Fist, some of his early stuff.
Oh, yeah, that could have been, yeah.
Yeah. Are you looking at me like you want to go out? The tail's wagging like,
Oh,
woo.
look at got
Yeah.
that little butt going.
Well, not no, but she can do the butt shake. Now she may just want me getting up in here, but I got a box in the way. She stoically looks at me. Sometimes she's got a Marty Feldman eye. Not very bad, but like one of those things that look off here and still, a bunch of the white around the,
Yeah, yeah.
look in two directions. It's like, what the hell? Now she's giving me the, the brow. Now when she's
Oh,
curious about something, she'll tilt her head, and her ears will
oh
go
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Yeah.
The old puppy dog look. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Sounds like somebody's
Speak
at
of
my
the
door.
puppy and the puppy speaks.
Yeah.
Now, did
Oh,
you tell me what breed of dog you have?
yeah, she's half lab and half mystery mutt. So,
Okay.
um,
So is she black?
no, she's
Not to get
almost
racist. I'm just
no, she's almost all white with just hints of yellow all through her. She's
Oh,
her
okay.
mom. Yeah, her mom was a full-blooded yellow lab. But we don't know what the dad was. But yeah, she's definitely. You can hear her talking over there.
Isn't that the case with a lot of fathers nowadays?
Yeah,
We don't know where comes
she's
from.
a typical millennial. You know.
Yeah. Oh well. I'm gonna take care of that pig because I traded that to Doc Blaylock.
Oh yeah, you better wrap him up.
Yeah, I better wrap him up and get him ready. Trade
Get
off.
some Get some bubble wrap on that cake.
And we have a guest appearance.
Oh, there she is.
It's a good girl. It's a good girl. She's doing it. Yeah.
Oh, she's a cutie, right?
Yeah. Have you never seen her?
I don't think so. Is she Jack Russell mix?
She's 100% Jack Russell.
Oh, okay.
Yep. You
Yeah,
can
she's
see
a
she's
high
got a
energy dog.
dirty
Then,
here on the chest because she needs a bath. She gets that from her cable, you know.
Oh yeah.
She's getting a little wide in here, you know. But now she's always had a little wide on this one side.
Oh,
But you know, she'll be 10, I think, our next birthday in
oh,
November. I have
she's
never seen
cute.
her before. Yeah, Carrie, I've not had. Yeah, thank you. Nice dog, Cross Comics says. Oh yeah. She's nice. She's the best girl I've ever had.
Oh,
Definitely. And you know, her puppies, I've had her fixed now. I waited till like last year to do it. I wanted
wow.
her to be sexually mature and whatnot. But you know, her puppies could sell for $500-600 a piece.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Easy. Yeah. She was actually a gift to me, you know. Best gift I ever got.
Yeah, she's a cutie.
Yeah. Now, this eye swelled up shut. You know, I thought
Oh,
she
really?
was wincing, and it got worse and worse to where and that's why she had to go. She had that back tooth broke off, that molar, that upper molar, and that
Oh,
tooth, that root goes up into the sinuses.
yeah. It got
And
infected.
I guess I didn't even know she probably swallowed the piece of the tooth and it swallowed her
Oh,
eye shut.
poor baby.
Yeah. But she's like white, but she has like these copper splotches. And man, she grab a squirrel or rabbit, you know, she's
Oh,
just
yeah.
quick.
I bet she is.
She sleeps with me. She wants as close to me as she can get most of the time. And of course, she's my spraying buddy. She's my co-pilot. She's going with me she went with me, oh, you know, I don't know, 4 or 5 times last year at the end of the season. For some reason, you know, maybe because I wasn't doing much and thought I could take her with me and never had her with me. But you know, usually my mother would keep her. You need to go out. You do. Okay.
All
But
right, Dracula.
yeah. And we gotta have some beast. I
Put
gotta
a
figure
hand
out
on
what these are called. You know, I've got a whole bunch more and Star Wars ones too.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, and they probably say on the bottom, you know.
Are those the ones that go with like the video game or something?
No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
I've got some Skylanders like that.
Yeah,
That's
the ones I was thinking of. I think the Skylander.
yeah. I think you saw the Aquatic Hulk, right?
Oh yeah.
That was a find because this looks like the crude stuff Marvel used to come out with.
I like
in
that
the
translucent plastic on them though, man.
60s.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but just how it's crudely painted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, look at his eyes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
He does look a little.
it's not a bad sculpt, is it? You know?
No, the sculpt is kind of cool. Yeah, but the paint job is a little rough.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is rough looking, you know, got the
But you know
Marvel
what, man?
brand.
You put a little LED light under him, light him
Yeah.
up from beneath, man, and that would
Yeah.
look pretty cool.
Yeah. It might be like he's radiating gamma rays.
Yeah, like a little green LED. That would freaking be sweet, man.
Now this is custom painted. The original black Quicksilver green and white.
Yeah. My favorite Quicksilver.
Yeah, green and white costume.
Yeah, before they switched him over to the blue.
Yep. Yeah, I like that green too.
Yeah,
I just bought these things. See, somebody had their initials on it, CP on the bottom.
Or those? What were you calling those things?
Flicks.
Flicks. Yeah.
With a
Okay.
C. Now they also have a candy dispenser that's K. You know.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So it gets confusing, but
yeah.
I've not played those, but I could pick those up for like 50 cents a piece, $1, and I bought them all. I
No,
go
that's
into the
cool.
comic shop. I wouldn't leave with comics. I'd leave with all those. I thought they were neat, little sculpts and some of them were really intricate. And that one there was custom painted, you know, which was pretty cool that somebody took the time to change him up and to put him in his original costume.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Well, go get dinner ready, and I'm sure it'll
Yeah.
be spectacular as always. But
Well, Rick,
before you do, you have to say the words.
hail all and keep on collecting.
Hell CG.